Welcome to Dead Air. That's the new Let Me Hit It. That's the new single by Dead Air. They got a new album's coming out soon, a full album, and they're nice enough. That's why they did. All right, thanks for tuning in to Dead Air. Thank you. That's been a great podcast because you don't know how to fucking talk. No. I am so excited today. So that's Bad Ashley. Shout out to Bad Ashley. That's the new hit single, Let's Make It. And I am excited. I've got the Irish
fuck you.
Commandos here today.
All in the old mix to fight your battle.
How does an Irish say, excuse me, at a crowded bar?
Fuck you.
Get the fuck out of the way. I'm trying to walk over here. Oh, my God. Jimmy Shubert.
Hey.
I've known Jimmy. And these two people are real special to me because I met them as soon as I came to California in L.A. in 89.
Not me, but Jimmy maybe.
No, you were living in...
I was still in high school, you pervert.
In 89?
Yeah, motherfucker.
When
I started at 93 at the store.
Yeah, but when I saw
it's like I've known you much longer, hasn't it?
Yeah, because
Just
I
seems that
have
way.
that effect on people.
You didn't see me looking at you. Anyway.
You were probably rubbing one out to me in my Catholic school uniform, you fucking pervert.
Jimmy Schubert is here.
Can we stop with the Me Tooing already?
I
met you. Redban is here. Redban, hello, buddy. Thanks for everything that you do. He's great.
Do you remember when I met you? You were living in someone's garage, and I said to you, what the fuck are you doing? I said, go get your shit. You'll move in with me. I'm never home. You can pay half the rent. It'll be like your place. So there was a kid named Frankie Bastille who was
I remember that.
Yeah, remember that? He was like the Keith Richards of comedy or something. The guy was a junkie, whatever. He passed away, God rest his soul. But he was a fucking bad egg. And he stays at my place.
In comedy, a bad egg?
Yo, imagine that.
Way!
Yeah, a bad brown egg, bro. He was, so he stays at my house with his girl. He cooks. And he goes, I'm a saucier. Come in. There's pots hanging out of the sink. I go, that's just a shame they didn't send you to cleaning school. He goes to Cleveland, gets locked up while he's on stage. His girlfriend then has to fucking unpack her stuff and move out.
I think we're going to need a timer. Just to say how long you've been talking before we can move on with the podcast. But finish it up.
And then I said to you,
is this an item of interest? Does it count?
Yes, that's why I met him, and then he moved in. And talk about a guy, I come in, the place was cleaner than when I left it.
Psychotic behavior with the
OCD. Yeah, no, it was great.
This fucking moron. Yeah.
That military training. He doesn't.
I would drive him from the Comedy Store to La Cienega. Is it? You lived right on the top of La Cienega. He would clean my fucking car for the 400 feet we had to drive.
That's hilarious. Very OCD.
So the first time I saw you, Jimmy Schubert, was in. You're both from Philadelphia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yesterday, this is something for you. I can't wait to share this with you.
I hope we're going to talk about Columbus.
And I first met you. I saw you at the Laugh Factory. Remember you had long hair then?
Yeah.
And I saw you, and I saw you before, and I said, who the fuck is that? I want to meet that guy. And that's where we became fast friends.
That's right. We were friends ever since.
To the end. Good for you.
And I thought it would be great to have you two on the podcast because nobody knows more about the Comedy Store than Eleanor Kerrigan and Jimmy Schubert for various different reasons. They've been around. I thought this would be a great episode to get your take about what's going on today in comedy.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. We just do a little housekeeping first, if it's okay.
Yeah,
let's do a little. Let's clean it up.
Before we start, Eleanor, you've already been sworn in. This is your second time on the podcast.
Yes.
You haven't been. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. You've been sworn in. I hope you live up to that.
I will.
Why are the Bible's pages stuck together? Why are the what
Bible?
did you do?
Because he's a devout Christian. He's devout.
Is there a picture of a priest on the
But I think this. I'm already running out of time. I know I'm not going to get to everything I got. I got my book here. This is the book about. I want to shout out. Let's do the shout outs first. If you don't mind.
No, let's do the shout-outs.
And then you're going to love this
letters
thing.
for all occasions.
Happy birthday to John Donnelly. He lived across the street growing up on Ward Lane on Long Island. He's 54 today.
Congrats, buddy.
John Donnelly. And shout out to my sisters, Sue and Terry. They got some health issues, so the best to them.
Best to them.
And Hassan from the Gaza Strip. Hassan is a listener from the Gaza Strip.
Wow.
A Palestinian friend who loves the show and said he would listen to it over and over as he
Was getting shelled.
thank you.
He lives in a bunker.
He lives in a bunker, and while they're getting shelled, he listens to the podcast.
as he's digging those tunnels.
It's like going right
got
from
a
the
little
front,
antenna.
like going from the frying pan right into the fryer.
Shout out to the Rushmore podcast. Anybody know the Rushmore podcast?
No, we don't give a shit. Go ahead. Sorry.
And shout out to Brad Williams. Everybody knows Brad
Love Brad
Williams.
Williams, yeah.
And
I'm for little people.
shout out to Bad Ashley. I'm so excited about the new single.
Yeah, let me hit it, bitch. I like it.
Today's a good day if you're a pilot or fishing. It's a very good day. The humidity today is 76%. It's 81 degrees here in California in Burbank.
I kind of wearing my sponge underwear then.
And
I didn't. I'm letting it out.
That explains the dandruff on her shoes. Go ahead.
sunset will be at 8.
Schubert's here, guy. All week.
Sunset will be at 8:08 p.m. And the moon, they call the moon tonight a waxing crescent.
Yeah.
I guess
that mean?
it just means it's a little moon and not too big moon.
It's waxing. It's almost
Getting
like
waxed? It's got
you
a
ever
hair
seen a
problem?
thing? Yeah, it's getting waxed
Oh.
because it's got a little cheese hanging.
A little
on it.
Brazilian?
If you
Little
know
Brazilian.
if you know the answer to this, don't say it.
Okay.
I don't want you guys to ruin it. What's the most important invention in the history of mankind?
By whose standards? Because Richie Taylor says it's the McGriddle from...
Yeah, the McGriddle.
I just, out of curiosity, I don't know.
Yeah, but whose standards? I would say fire or electricity.
No, actually, it's the wheelbarrow because it enabled the Irishman to walk up on his hind legs.
Look, you just fucking
Dirty Irish
That's it.
drunken
Irish
motherfucker.
lives matter, Holtzman.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. That's
today.
clear. Google the Irish slave trade. Yeah, they murdered
Listen,
12.
we're killing ourselves. We're good.
Yeah,
We're-
exactly.
We don't need them to help.
So this is Dead Air number 29,
Wow, you're on 29 already?
June
Wow.
24th,
Congrats, Redban.
2020.
The wheelbarrow that enabled the
Such an
Irish to
idiot.
Yeah,
walk
that's
on his hind
you.
legs.
There's no offense
That's my
to you.
favorite sexual position, the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, you throw a couple potatoes in the small of her back and then wheel her down the street.
Amazing. That fucking weight really helps. It's like
That's
a
right.
weighted
You
blanket.
that little
I
arch-
feel comfort.
you also, and after that, you can knock the potatoes off and pour some champagne in there and sip it out of the small of her back.
Man. And get spots in the OR.
That's
See?
right. See?
I was the gatekeeper. No.
So yesterday, this is for you, Eleanor. This was fascinating. This happened yesterday in 1868. Because I know a little about you. You
I
probably
know I'm old, but Jesus, Brian, I wasn't around. I don't. What happened?
Christopher Lehman Scholes, Scholes. Christopher
The shoe guy?
Scholes, the invention of the typewriter.
Oh,
Wow.
I literally was thinking Shoals.
That's the guy who ruined her dad's life.
in
Had it not for that fuck.
when did the
and if they-
computer start? That's the
yeah,
fuck that ruined
yeah.
my dad's life.
Yeah, that's the, well, you know.
Well, he wasn't going to get an education.
Well, your dad was a typewriter repairman.
Yeah.
What was his backup plan? Blacksmith? What
Fuck
did he?
you.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
sure. This
He
is it, bro.
moonlighted as a blacksmith.
This is it. It's on.
There they are.
There they are.
That's my inheritance, a Corona typewriter. I'll be
Yeah.
here all week.
And on this day in 1916, Mary Pickford, the first female film star to sign a $1 million contract.
Yeah.
1947,
There it is.
Keith Arnold. He sounds like a liar to me. Was the first widely reported UFO sighting in Mount Rainier, Washington.
Mount what?
Mount Rainier.
Rainier?
Yeah.
Washington.
I just like hearing him say it.
1949, the first TV Western. Hoppity Long, Hop Along Cassidy.
Oh, that prick. I remember
19,
him. Yeah.
it premiered on NBC.
Another white supremacist. Go ahead.
Guy had a bad
Bring
wheel.
up John Wayne. Let's
The
see what
guy,
happens.
the guy had his horse had a disability fucking sticker on the back. He could park right in front of the.
See, this is
car.
how this show is supposed to work. You're supposed to interject.
Oh, okay, but you were reading pretty fast. But go ahead.
Well, I'm already late. I'm already late. And there's so much to talk about. I mean, it's unbelievable. And the porn star got in trouble.
Yeah, what a shocker! Ron Jeremy's going to be brought up on sexual
Did
charges.
he did he mean to himself by like biting his own dick?
I
Did
don't
he
know.
reach his own
Don-
dick?
I mean, because the guy seemed like such an outstanding citizen of the world. Anyway, I mean,
Dante dropped him. I would have dropped him just because he was hard to look
Yeah,
at.
yeah, he
He's
should wear-
hard to look at.
dude, he Of course he did. Of course, yeah.
Oh,
There
my
he
God.
is.
There he is.
In
You know,
his
when I
prime.
first started dating Andrew, he was our neighbor.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Wow, Dante
fucking
dropped him.
sight.
I'd wear that like a badge of carriage.
They're really going to the bottom of the barrel for comics, aren't they?
Hopalong Cassidy. It starred William Boyd, if you know who that. And in 2010, for tennis fans, was the longest tennis match in the history of the professional tennis in 2010.
What, like 12 hours or something crazy? 12,
Close.
13?
11 hours and 5 minutes. It took 3 days to complete. They had to stop it a few times for darkness. It was at Wimbledon. And
Wimbledon?
it was between the winner was Adam Egget, an
Oh,
American.
good for Adam.
And the loser was Jeff Scott from Transylvania.
No.
Okay,
Why are your
that makes
glasses? Why are your glasses fucking steaming up, bro?
You're so hot right now that you're fucking fogging your
But
own
it's that
glasses.
jacket. I asked him
And
where he got that
cholo
shirt.
button at the top.
Look at
is
that
too
shirt.
much.
Look at that shirt. I guess it pays me in Liberace's house when the garage sale goes down. Look at that
I
thing.
got this at. I was going to say something.
You look like Brian.
You know, I'm censoring myself here. Can I say what I was going to say?
Say what you're going to say.
I got it in your mother's closet. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
want to go there. It's too
No,
early in the
okay.
podcast.
Okay, you look like a sparkless water truck. Settle down. How shiny could you be?
And this is something real interesting.
I can't wait.
In 1374, where were you in 1374?
I was still swimming around on my old man's balls, and his old man's balls, and his old man's balls.
Yeah.
I was still swimming around. I was like, yeah, go ahead.
600.
I wasn't invented yet.
646 years ago today. 646 years ago today, there was a thing called St. John's Dance.
Oh, that was the first. That's the first Pound Me Too movement when it came in. Right? St. John's Dance. Some dude was dancing with a girl, and he got his boner caught in a hoop skirt, and that's when shit went south.
What's the matter? I'm not
And
supposed
a-
to
and a
have a
priest-
hard on? Is a
priest-
hard on against the law? Is this a no hard on town?
It's a no hard-on zone.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
So this is a real thing. This is called the. It was in mainland Europe for the 14th and 17th centuries. It started in a town in Germany, and it was the people would jump, twitch uncontrollably,
Yeah.
and hallucinate
They were getting
until they
fingered.
collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the original rave. That's why the rave was invented. It was the original rave.
I thought that was interesting. And
They would
Did
do. They would do. They would do little fingernails full.
since we're going through the Corona thing,
Yeah, they would do little fingernails full of snuff, and they would go dance in hoop skirts until they all passed out.
Oh, no, there's more?
I have some
Okay.
sports. I don't think we'll get to that today. I have 10 questions. I hopefully can get to
Why
that.
not sports? Why not sports?
Oh, we have too much.
No,
we got to talk about the
the
comedy. We got to talk about your presentation.
My presentation. Oh, my video?
I watched it. I was
Did you
very
like it?
impressed. I watched
Okay.
Joe Diaz's presentation, 26 minutes.
yeah, that was great too. I watched both
Yeah.
of them.
It wasn't so much an apology, but he was taking a stand, and I loved it.
Why does he have to apologize?
For what?
Don't
No, I'm not saying he does.
understand.
I'm saying
Oh.
it wasn't.
No, but he's been that guy his whole fucking life. I mean,
Right.
He embellished a fucking story, but it came from some truth.
No,
I'll give the
no.
girls' names out if you want me to.
yeah. Nah, we're good. We're good. Let's.
God bless them. I mean, look, like I said, when people would get mad at them, they would be like,
Joey Dees is
"Why?"
probably going to have her on the podcast. I think that's
Definitely.
Yeah,
I hope he
absolutely.
does.
Yeah, I
hope
think
he
it does too because it was a I was there at it. I was totally consensual. It was a goof. She used to bring a bag of $20 booger sugar up there. They would go back and do a couple sniffy sniffs, and then they go on stage. I mean, what's the big deal? It wasn't like
She wasn't the only one.
And he wasn't able to give out stage time. He was barely getting any himself. So I mean, he just embellished the fucking story like Brad Williams did. I mean, you go on these podcasts, they want you to be funny. Sometimes you make up some stories, and people go, "Oh, you know."
This isn't made up, Avi.
What?
This story you're telling isn't made up. It's not funny, Jimmy. I'm saying stop it. We're out of time.
I have
Go
I
ahead.
brought my book about letters for all occasions. I don't think we'll
What
get
does
to
that even
this.
mean?
Oh, this is a wonderful book about letter writing. I don't think we'll get
Does
to that
anybody
today.
fucking write letters anymore, Mark?
Do you?
Does
I
that-
feel like you still type them in the corner with your pants at half mast.
Doesn't anybody just send emojis anymore?
I brought a letter. I don't think we'll get to a letter today.
Do you think that's what the new handwriting's going to be? Just like
Emojis.
emojis?
Yeah, it should be.
My dad's 87. He sends me emojis.
should be all
Shut up.
caps? It should
No.
be all caps. Is what it should be.
You're always text me in all caps.
Oh,
I feel
can't
like you're
stand the
constantly
low.
yelling.
I can't stand those
Do
yellow.
you write
case
like
letters.
that too?
Oh yes.
Andrew does that too. It must be an age
I
thing.
can't stand that uppercase, lowercase. It's the name of a state. It's the name of this. It's that. It's a name. It's
Just
up.
make
It's
it
lower.
all.
Up. Just make it all caps.
Like you're yelling, and everybody will get it.
No,
'Cause
somebody made that up. Somebody said that you're yelling. Some asshole from Silicon Valley said if you use all caps, you're yelling. Fuck. Now I'm yelling.
What are you
Fuck
doing?
him. It's neater. It looks easy. It's easy to type. Oh, uppercase, lowercase. This is not grammar school. It just bugs me. It just bugs me.
Do you print everything or do you handwrite? I'm just curious. I want to see what kind of serial killer you are.
I print. I print.
I print? Let me see it. Oh yeah, that's Catholic school.
Yeah, that's Catholic school right there.
That's hot.
That looks
Now
like
it's fed.
that looks like handwriting. That looks like handwriting for a guy who went to Our Lady of the Glory Hole.
Now
You went there too?
It would be unfair to say.
Professional and a fucking little
I was
dork.
on the other side. I didn't see it.
Now, no offense to any Irish people. Have you had any alcohol today before the show?
No. Can I tell you something crazy? Like, that's a stereotype, right? And it's funny. Like, we fucking we don't care. Even if we were drunk, we'd be like, fuck yeah, we don't give a shit. But my mom has a maid. She's Brazilian. Relax, everybody. And I hired this woman to work for her. The neighborhood is predominantly Italian, right? And this woman came in and she said, "Oh, are you Italian?" It's a little bit of a language barrier. Her English, not so great. And my mom goes, "No, I'm Irish." And she goes, "Oh, you drink."
By the way, I'm going to take the lid off this hand
speaks
sanitizer and start doing shooters. There's alcohol in this, right? There's alcohol in this, right?
Just start.
I'm going to sift it through a piece of bread first, like they used to do with
We
Sterno.
get our own Perel. That's how dirty you are. You give our own.
I've been masturbating with hand sanitizer. I ain't taking any chances.
Yeah,
So
I got a lot of cuts on your
when I get
dick.
done with the items of interest, we're
Oh,
gonna
okay,
get
we're
into
not
the,
there yet.
We're gonna get into the comedy store. We're gonna get into the comedy store. We're gonna get into what's going on in comedy today. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna
Okay.
We're gonna talk about it.
I can't
And,
wait. I feel like the items of interest aren't going to end though.
And I'll just say no.
I'm just having flashbacks. It's like a PTSD thing.
Comedy is
Have you done this podcast
It's a
before?
diagnosis.
Yes, I've done many podcasts.
No, his.
No.
No,
That's what I'm
did
saying.
I swear you in?
You swore me in.
Okay, he'll do it a couple times. Wait till you see how long the items of interest are.
No. I'm gonna go through them real
When
quick.
I was on last, people
I was
walked
under a lot
out
of pressure.
because of it.
I have to apologize. I
No,
gotta
you
apologize.
don't have to apologize.
Come on,
Stop
let's-
apologizing.
Yeah.
It's an apology culture.
Don't apologize.
It's an apology
Don't
culture.
apologize. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. The first one, former Army. These are the items of interest, Shubert.
But I'm interested. Finish it.
And by the way, these are the two hardest working comedians in show
Irishman
business.
for a lazy Irish.
Because
We
we're
fucking work
Irish.
hard.
Blue collar sensibilities.
Is it true you order a second mini bar with the alcohol in case you run out of the
Of
first?
course.
My backpack. You unzip it. It falls down. It's a bar. It's a bar on my back. It's called a back bar.
Brian Scalaro was at a club once, and he was checking out.
He's not Irish.
And they gave him a bill for all the drinks he had. It was like $1,700 for the whole week. He got about $8. You've been there. You've seen it all, don't they?
I never take anything out of those little.
I'm talking about the comedy club.
Oh, the comedy club charged him. Oh my God, that's
Here's your
crazy.
bill. This is fucking.
That's fucking
Wait a s-
crazy.
From
He
what?
worked for
From what little bar? What was what they had a little bar in the back, or it was in his hotel?
No, just all the drinks that he had all week.
Like,
Thank
at
you,
the club.
thank you, thank you,
Like, at the
Redban.
They
club.
charged him full price.
We may have
That's
to
what
go
I'm
over.
saying.
We may have to go over premises more than once with our Irish
Shoot,
friend over here.
bro! I thought I drank a lot, bro. That's $1,700 worth of drinks for a week.
It's a lot
That
of
was
shots.
half price.
Or they go like this. They go, "Oh, you want a hamburger?" And the comic's hungry. Yeah, I just got off the plane. Yeah, I'll have a hamburger. Then they find out
Oh,
that
yeah,
he's in
yeah,
charge
they're
for the
charging
fucking
you.
hamburger.
Fuck that, man. That's a shit gig. That must have been in the beginning.
Star Search, right? Last comic standing.
Last comic standing.
Yeah. Wow. You're just pulling out his credits, or is this an item of interest?
It's an item of interest.
Okay. How was it? Last
Fantastic.
Comic Standing?
Yeah, I heard that.
Can you imagine Holtzman on a Last Comic Standing?
Oh,
How
gosh.
great would that?
Well, it would be. First off, it's so
would have to be
it's
on
so
HBO
stressful.
Max.
It's so stressful because they got a camera in your face 24/7. They're not feeding you. They want you cranky. They want you flying off the handle. That's the stuff they're going to use. So I was like avoiding the cameras at all costs, which is what you're not supposed to do on a reality show. But I go get that camera with
I
me.
want to see Uncle Joey Diaz. What's happening now? Hey, what is he? Cocksucker.
Cocksucker. Get that camera out of my face, cocksucker. I saw his live, by the way, which is what he addressed the bullshit that's been going on in fucking comedy.
Jeff
Yeah.
Ross,
I mean, look.
Jeff Ross had a statement. Did you read Jeff Ross's statement?
Yeah, stop. Don't fucking even put fucking Rogan. What Rogan and Diaz are completely out of that fucking realm because
it's a completely separate issue.
A completely separate issue, and you're not coming after Joe Rogan, and you're not coming after fucking Uncle Joey Coco Diaz because they have armies of people that fucking love them and
also,
care about them. And you know, and the funny thing is, bro, I think it's a psyop because after Joe Rogan said the mainstream media is not paying attention to the mentally diminished capacity of Joe Biden is when the shit hit the fan. I mean, Chris D'Elia's story is already out, but after he said that, they went after everybody. Callen, Schwab, you know, all those people that are around Joey Coco Diaz, Chris D'Elia was in that group because hung out with
they all
Brent
do the podcast.
Yeah, because they all hung
together.
out. I noticed that all those guys surrounding Joe Rogan, they've gone after him. So I mean, look, I'm all about due process. All the stuff is out there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if there's criminal charges. Let's see what's going on. But if there is, they'll get prosecuted. But in the meantime, let's let the
hopefully, because somebody schooled me on due process the other day with this sort of thing, and it doesn't happen a lot.
Well, you know,
it's hard to prove. It's all this.
It's
bullshit.
like arson. It's very hard to prove arson. You know,
Why,
it's a big forest. I was smoking a cigarette. I didn't burn the forest down.
You know what I'm saying.
No. I know. It's difficult to, you know.
Well, all of it is, and it should be, because if you're getting ready to ruin someone's life, you should be able to fucking prove it in the court of law. You don't get just to ruin fucking someone's life based on hearsay or whatever the deal is. Look, these guys.
There's a lot of them that don't get the due process.
Have you ever?
Absolutely.
I understand. And furthermore, you shouldn't, you should conduct your affairs a certain way. It's pretty fucking simple. If you want one done to you, then don't do it to somebody else, and treat people the way you expect to be treated. It is that fucking
Catholic.
simple.
Yeah, my mom.
And restaurants are notorious for sex with the waiters and the waitresses.
How dare you bring my past up?
Why don't they get into the restaurants?
Listen,
but they act like
Ruby Tuesdays.
They act like it's all comedy.
Applebee's, you know?
It's any nightclub, any fucking nightclub.
Any nightclub, any fucking. I'm sure there are car salesmen trying to sexually harass the women that work there. Don't act like it's just comedy. You know,
I don't
you know
like
what
that.
pisses me off?
I think you're very angry.
I'm because it's fucking ridiculousness.
But you're absolutely right.
I'm out there walking with Steve Simone. Me and Steve Simone are walking this morning. I have my Comedy Store hoodie on. I'm walking with our other friend Dan Barton. We're walking. Some chick is running. I guess she saw that I was wearing a Comedy Store hoodie.
Oh my God!
She runs around the block, circles back around. While she's running away from us, from like from a half a block away, yells, "Justice for female comedians!" I mean, Simone,
Shut the fuck. That's somebody that didn't get spots.
How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel?
It made me feel really good, Brian. Because I know who the fuck I am, and I know who I'm walking with, and I know who I associate with. You couldn't pick two wronger guys to yell that
Especially,
Jimmy Shubert and Steve Simone.
Exactly.
And I was Me Too'd, but we'll get into that later.
Oh, you were Me Too?
I Me Too'd myself.
Jimmy.
I gave myself a rift and I beat off like Miggs from Silence of the Lamb and pumped the flesh musket into a tissue of love, and then I called 911 on myself, and then I filed a restraining order against my right hand. No, actually, I was.
He wrote it. He's saying it.
No, but bro.
No, but you're right. It's like, this is the thing. Everybody's taking it now as let's jump on the fucking
dog pile. Dog pile on Bob.
Yeah. As a woman,
everybody's getting canceled. Cha cha cha. Everybody's getting canceled. Cha cha cha. Everybody's getting canceled. Cha cha cha.
I have nothing to cancel. Cha cha cha. Eat my dick. Cha cha.
Well, she's got.
Sorry, I'm transitioning.
First off, she's a big clitoris. She has a big clitoris. She can say that.
It's long.
She's
it's long-winded.
If you sucked on a clitoris, she'd be about a half inch away from being a fag. Now go ahead.
How dare you?
So
it's 4 inches away from being a fag.
It didn't make you feel good when you heard that.
No, Brian. Could you see it's affected me? Obviously, it affected me. But I mean, you're yelling at the wrong guy. I mean, you know.
You got the wrong guy.
You got the wrong guy, bro. You're yelling at me and Steve Simone.
Yeah,
Steve Simone's okay. Steve Simone has a fucking halo. He's such a good guy.
Let me tell you.
Well, let's not get crazy. But I love Steve Simone, and you're right. First of all, men and women, guess what they do?
They fuck. Yeah.
And listen, there was one point at the Comedy Store we were so incestual or whatever you want to call it, that we all had to go get STD tests because somebody fucking brought in herpes. That prick.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I had a bronze sculpture of my penis made, and they showed up at my house trying to tear it down. I don't know what's going on with this, but that was
I was Me Too'd on Ward Lane across the street in the Perinos.
Ward Lane from who did this to you?
It was one of the
babysitter.
One of the Perino girls.
How old? She was a little older.
And she would grab me under the water, and I didn't know what
she was yanking your Johnson.
I felt it, but being
you're like, you're not supposed to pull that thing.
And what happened to that?
And another time I was in a tent. Another time I went to the girl's house, and she said, "Pee in the garage." Pee in the garage. She wanted me to pee in the garage, so I peed in the garage. Then she wanted me to come in the house and look at her sister who was coming out of the shower.
Yeah,
I mean, that's hot.
These
toxic femininity is what you're saying.
I'm telling you, man.
You carry some toxic femininity.
If you don't know anything about sex, which I didn't, that was like kind of weird. Why do you want to see me?
How old were you?
I was
18.
No, I was at the age where you didn't know what your purpose was.
Sure,
she said, "Pee in the garage, pee in the garage." And what he's not telling you is that's what she called her twat, the garage. Pee in the garage, pee in the garage.
Right in here.
She called it Vijiji, the
it
garage.
Opens up. You gotta push to get the doors.
And then she wanted me to poo, and that's where I drew the line.
Oh yeah. You wouldn't take a shit?
No.
No.
She said, "I'm going to lay under the glass table. I want you to straddle the glass
with that?
table and
What's
drop a
wrong
sewer
with
pickle
that?
on mommy's fucking glass table." And that's when.
Don't encourage him,
No,
Redban.
that's why he was Me Too'd. So, Brian, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go
I'm
through.
really sorry.
Are
Did
you
she
March?
watch the shit roll out of your ass like you want to do to the newscasters?
Brian, you know why shit tapers. That's how your asshole dance don't
When
slam
are
shut.
we going to be able to perform again at the comedy?
Do you think we'll ever be able to say anything on stage anymore? I mean, I'm still doing it. I don't care.
I'm going to bring Joey Coco Diaz with me on stage every time I perform, and he'll just tell him. He'll mother cocksucker,
Dude.
There's a fucking Netflix show called Degenerates of Comedy. We are degenerates. I don't understand.
Yeah, and furthermore,
we think fucked up. We're crazy. We're only comfortable around our own.
And that's why they like us. That's why people like you, because you go up there and you do say
Let's
that
go
stuff.
watch
and,
the
and
fucking
furthermore,
insane
you have
clown
to
perform.
fucking literally be intelligent to get the joke. I think that's the problem we're having in the country, is you have to realize that you went to a comedy club, that the guy's on stage is joking. He shouldn't have to go, "I'm just joking," after every fucking joke he says. "I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Maybe
I'm just
that's
kidding."
why comics laugh after their joke.
Well, because to let people know. But first off, you have to be intelligent to get the joke. I mean, and clearly, and if there's a couple dumb people sitting in your audience, let's forget the fact that they went to a comedy club on fucking purpose to see somebody do some jokes. I mean, it's a fucking joke. Only idiots. I mean, you see these idiots defacing. They're tearing down statues of abolitionists.
Oh, don't start. Are we going to bring up my neighborhood now? South Philly?
No, I love it.
Do you know what they're doing down there?
They're patrolling St. Christopher, Christopher Columbus with
Don't
baseball
say
bats.
Saint. He's not a saint.
No, I meant St. Christopher. I confused my Christophers.
Okay.
They should take the Rocky statue.
You know what
down.
Where are pigeons going to shit?
You mind your business.
You mind your business. Where are pigeons going to shit, Brian?
Dare you?
How dare
That's
you?
an American Italian hero.
Pigeons.
son
Where
of
are
a bitch.
pigeons supposed to shit, Brian? If you tear down all the statues
Where are meth heads supposed to sleep, you son of a bitch?
in the shade of the Rocky statue,
How did Steve Simone feel about when that woman said those things? How did
he was
take
angry.
it?
He was actually pissed off.
Was Steve angry? Because I could see him consoling
he's
her.
he's angry.
He's that person that would be like, "What happened?
Get
Are
some
you
hot
okay?
cocoa for her.
Yeah, let me bake you something. Let me
Who
make
hurt
you lasagna.
you?
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
Show me on the teddy bear where they touched.
Show me on a teddy bear where the bad man touched
Well, I
you.
have female. Like I said, I don't remember what video I put up. I got to be honest because I made so many
It was
of
the
them,
long
and
one.
some of them were.
20. You did a 20. You did a Coco Joey Uncle Joey Diaz one, 26 minutes long.
I think I had longer ones. I'm going to be honest because I started breaking down the bullshit, that dead air, not dead air, but dead period. We call it at the Comedy Store the dark years, where no one
James
was watching.
Stevens III. Remember that?
Third. Yeah, I remember James.
Well, what he didn't know about love, you could fit in a restraining order. What happened to him? What happened to that guy?
I don't know. Mooney used to call him James Stevens the Turd, and it always made me laugh. I don't know why.
James
It's
Stevens
so
the Turd.
toddlerish. It was so dumb. Oh, homie, James Stevens the Turd is gonna sing again. It was brilliant. But he was another dating all the way. It's just comics. That I think it's Jimmy Schubert's joke, or maybe it's an old joke. But how do you get a comic hard? Pick up a tray.
No, put on an apron. How do you get a comic card? Put on an apron and carry a tray. That's how you.
I was disappointed when the Comedy Store started hiring
Men, right?
I
So was Mitzi. That's why she died. She
I
was
didn't
"Oh,
like
God."
that. I didn't like that at all.
I'm kidding. We tried it a long time ago. We tried it in the 90s. There was a gay bartender named Tony that used to work the front bar, an Asian guy. And Mitzi, he was really good. His numbers were really good. He sold a lot. And then Mitzi was like, let's try to put him on the floor. And he just didn't do well. He was better as a bartender. So she went back to only chicks.
Yeah.
Who weren't allowed to fuck the comics.
Some
and
people-
once you say you're not allowed to fuck the comics.
Guess what happens?
It's on.
Oh.
Gets good.
Everybody in! I'm kidding.
So they want to
Sorry.
fill the Comedy Store with sand. Is that what I heard? Somebody.
Bubble. They're going to do bubbles, Brian, because it's a fun place.
Dude, let me tell you something.
At least foam, not sand.
Dude, this is the more they do this stuff, the more they're going to drive people in the other direction. Like, I get it, but that now it's getting fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, look, there are some horror fucking stories of being on the road with a fucking horny comic as a female, like in a, you have to share a condo. How many times have you
Tammy
done that?
Tammy Pascalano.
Tammy Pascatelli.
She
Just don't pick
posted
any
something
Italian name. But yes, Tammy Pascatelli
She posted
wrote
something was really
brilliant.
nice.
And she's right.
But
Let me tell you
I told her it
something.
was
I've
great,
shared
you know.
condos for 3 weeks. It was Danielle Stewart, Mary Patterson Broom, Zainab Johnson. The girls I've taken
Yeah,
on the
but
road
Jimmy,
with me.
you're not a
No, and never
monster.
would I. First off, this business is tough enough that I would never
All right,
like.
I
but
know.
there are monsters out there. You can't say there's
I'm not. I'm saying, but you can't paint with broad brushstrokes either.
Exactly.
And go all comedians or all men or all
Schubert.
Right.
Yeah, but I think
You have a
Eleanor
shock
can.
collar for him?
Yeah, Eleanor can agree with me, and I think Redban's on board with this already. But the way you're
It should be
responding to this with your emotion or passion or anger,
a passionate
it's
person.
like you're holding back or trying to hide something in your past.
Brian, because I was Me Too'd, you fucking douchebag.
Who'd you
By
get Me Too'd by?
Mitzi Shore. I was a young boy.
She forced you to fuck her?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you liked it. Come on.
I'm not saying no.
She
I
had big
didn't.
titties.
She had big titties. It was
was
like the fucking.
fucking-
I was a young boy out there. I was 19. I rode her like a Reddit mule. I'm not
19.
saying.
We're a 21 and over establishment, Jimmy.
Bro,
Are
first
you
off-
saying that Mitzi was a pedophile?
Well, let me tell you, something. I was a young child. I was a young child.
Did you get stage time?
I had to walk out and look
Did
Paulie.
you get stage
Lady
time?
boy.
Did you get stage time?
I got stage time out of it. Sure, I
Shut
did.
the fuck up! Did you get a fucking career out of it? And
Yes,
some
I
good
did.
Pussy.
But I felt bad about it.
You
Show
did
me-
not, you piece of shit. Get the fuck out of
Oh,
here.
I'm kidding. You know I
know
fucking
you
love
are.
Mitzi.
I know you are. and I
But
know
I mean, by today's standards,
But
yeah,
let me
you
say
could
this too. Like, yeah, we all do fuck around and we all do dumb shit and we say crazy shit, right? But here's the thing, everybody's forgetting, like, yes, these girls are 17 and that's fucking terrible. But the Laugh Factory and the Improv are 18 and over. It is
Yeah.
easy to sneak into a club if you're 17.
Yeah, I got
the
Chris
Comedy
Lu-
Store's 21, so it's a little bit more difficult. But at the same time, I was clubbing when I was fucking 15.
Yeah, I heard Krista Lee can't even get a hard on unless the chick has an umbilical cord still hanging from her
Somebody
navel.
said,
Okay, that's a bad joke.
I got my.
Jimmy, I'm calling Ronan Farrow, whatever the fuck
I
his
got my
name is.
nephew Anthony in the Comedy Store, and I told him
How
that
old
he
was
was I told him he was an Iraqi veteran.
And everybody just said,
He looked like about 9 years old. I told him he just got out of Iraq.
How old was he?
He's too young,
Underage? You brought an underage boy, Brian? What did you,
brought
do
in.
to this
You brought in.
underage boy?
What were you thinking? Talking about laying breadcrumbs. What were you trying to set a
I
trap?
mean, look, think about this, right? And I'm not going to name any names, but I'm just going to say a big name because he's not here. Kinnison, right?
Yeah.
Think of his entourage.
Yeah.
How old were they? Those girls. Do you know who
They
I'm
were
talking
younger,
about?
but they
no,
were
no,
not-
No, no, they were 15 and 16.
Oh no!
One of them was.
No, he was dating Malika, and
Her sister was
Why,
how
why,
old?
why didn't anybody just?
Oh, that's an
Yes,
interesting.
she's a lot younger.
Yeah, but I don't.
And Malika
see-
wasn't of age
Eleanor
either.
knows everything,
Sorry.
She knows
Malika
all
wasn't
the
of age
skeletons.
either. You
Yeah,
can call
she-
Sabrina.
and you were part of that group, weren't you? You were an outlaw, weren't you?
First off,
What's your address?
what are you gonna Vox be a douchebag? Listen, no, but she was already. They were living with Angel Salazar.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Check
they
it
were,
out.
They were
Check
in
it
their
out.
teens.
Over here, we got some white people.
They were in their teens.
Over here, we got one white.
You can call one right now. She'll gladly tell you.
He
she was in her
an,
teens.
he has an agent that
Who was?
just deals with
Sabrina.
old
Oh yeah, she was definitely she was-
movie stars. He has an agent that just deals with old movie stars.
Well, why you gotta drop Angel's name? He's still alive, you piece of shit.
He lives in New York now.
Well, no, you said St. Kinnison, so but I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is the element that hung around and the drug factor.
Yeah, why are you arguing with this?
I'm not.
With the drug factor is what I'm saying. Like, people like to party, but they weren't going against
Different times.
their will.
Yeah,
they weren't
maybe
going
we did.
against their will.
But we didn't have social media then, Eleanor.
Redban, bring
So
in
it
the
doesn't
lie
count.
detector.
Look how quiet Shubert got. I'm uncomfortable with all of this.
No, no.
Why didn't
that's
anybody
hilarious.
just beat the shit out of that Sam Kinison?
Because he had blow. Who wants
Exactly.
one? Chop, chop, chop.
Exactly.
I mean, the guy was not that
He
tall.
was a bad person. He was an evil person. And I'm not never saying he's not funny, but he was fucking bad.
No,
like,
he was-
he had a lot of drugs. People gave him a lot of drugs
Dude,
because they
listen,
loved him.
No, you're right.
They loved his stand-up.
He was one of those guys. He was definitely outrageous and crazy, but
Wild
and he also
motherfucker.
fucking lived it. And yeah, I was
He
there.
was
You're
mean
right.
to the other
I didn't
comics.
even I didn't even think about that, but you are correct, Eleanor. I'm sorry I disagree, but you are correct with all of it.
All right, I have some things that I wanted to bring up that I was surfing the Twitters and some interesting one. This one says, I was in a blackout the first 5 years I did comedy, so if you raped me, you can sleep easy. I have no clue.
Did I
I read
tweet
that.
that? I apologize.
Who's-
Did I
who-
tweet that?
Who's that?
Karen Freehan.
Oh, she's very funny. From New York. I love her.
Here's one from Dan
Karen's
Madonna.
very funny.
Dan Madonna says,
Dan Madonia.
he says, there.
Who could also get in a lot of trouble if we bring up Comedy Store stuff. I love Dan Madonia.
Man, you know everybody.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't come at me, bitch. I'm
Yeah,
sick
that
of
kid-
people
that kid-
fucking lying. And
Yeah.
I love Dan Madonia, and he'll tell you the fucking truth.
Yeah, that guy. He had to pay for so many abortions.
Well, I
One
don't
more, and he
know.
would have got the 10th one free.
I don't know if you'll like what
Wait,
Dan's...
I wasn't bringing that up. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
What did he say?
I don't think you'll like what Dan has to say on this post.
What?
I tried to reach out to him for contact, and he did not return my call. He
Okay,
says,
I won't. I don't blame him.
Okay.
he says there is no such thing as a good comic. The system is broken. Burn it all down.
He's kidding.
Yeah, that's him.
Well,
being
I don't
sarcastic.
know.
kidding.
I
He's
don't
being
know.
sarcastic.
Well, can I be like everybody else?
Dan
Now, did he
Madonia's
write that in
hilarious.
did he write that in a sarcasm font so you knew he was joking? Or-
There should be that.
Can we get a
Yeah,
sarcasm
that's a good
font?
idea.
that
Jimmy, I
would
love it.
that would save a little fucking thing if you write this
He is
in this font. I'm being sarcastic.
He
Okay.
is using upper and lower case, which I don't like. Here's
Look,
one.
Dan
from-
Madonia was very
Here's-
young when he
here-
came.
Here's one that is interesting. I don't know what this has to do with anything.
It
says,
doesn't probably,
I
but that's
just,
the nature of the podcast.
I just love Antique Roadshow. Makes me miss weekends in Ohio where I could go to the small towns outside of
Oh, wait,
Flavortown
Is that Redban? Because I feel like I saw that earlier.
and go
Are you hiding, Redban?
and go antiquing.
He's getting under the desk.
He's trying to find where the camera's not. You creepy fuck.
Brian
That's
Redban.
how we have sex in the Comedy Store now. We have to find where the cameras aren't.
Yeah, and spray stuff to find the lasers.
Hello.
This one, this is another one from somebody we all know, and we'll bring him up. Some of you comics on here are looking real messy. Where was all this outrage when I spoke about sexual misconduct 2 years ago,
Ugh.
and I was told to be quiet by network executive?
Who told them to be quiet? First of all, if a network
Big
executive...
Earl, Big Earl.
Oh, Big Earl.
Oh, Big Earl. I knew it was Big Earl as soon as you said all LA
I
comics.
molested Earl a million times. He's got a big dick. I bring him up as Big Dick Earl. He wears those leather pants. It outlines it. He's asking for it. He's fucking asking for it.
He loves those leather pants.
Doesn't he?
My brother
If
Jay
it's
likes
fucking
leather
sh-
pants. too.
Well,
Yeah,
his
the
are
only
probably
thing-
pleather, but
the-
Earl's has money. He's a fucking
Yeah, the only thing
staple.
about those leather pants is your fucking balls smell like Naugahyde after you wear them for a little bit.
After I wear leather pants, I get balls. They drop out. Like fucking ovaries just suspend.
Yeah, try not to be so defensive
just-
because
yeah,
it's
Jimmy,
it's
you're
making you look
very-
like you have something to hide.
I get none of
And
that.
I
Jimmy,
know you.
look.
I know you don't, but the listeners and the
I've
viewers.
had you spit on your
What,
fingers
all three
and
listeners are
come
going to
at me.
fucking tweet at me and say something? Try to cancel me?
Do you have networks executives listening? Shubert has come at me, spit on his finger, and jammed it in me, and I've been fine with it.
Listen.
Listen, one time I was working with a comic, right? A very funny comic. I don't want to say his name because he's not here to defend himself, but introduced him to a friend, my cousin, actually. And he said, wow, how old are you? And she said, 53. And he goes, what? And then he looked at me, he goes, smell this. Does it smell 53? I almost threw up, but we all
Say his
laughed.
name. I bet we know.
Dom
who it-
Iraq.
Of course.
That's hilarious.
We laughed so fucking hard, and so did my cousin, because it was ridiculous. Does this smell good?
There's nothing funnier when someone does that. Remember it's so
And
funny.
that's awful. I know, but it's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
God
Remember when he had Bell's palsy?
Dominic, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and someone, I said, how you doing? He says, I got Bell's palsy. I guess the left side of his face was paralyzed. You go, but you're all right now. like all right. And she
Boy,
fucking
do
screamed.
I fucking hate that joke.
We walked
You
away.
know what my favorite
And we
Dom
walked away.
my favorite Dom Herrera joke is they say that
There's so many, but go ahead. Laughter is the best medicine.
But-
How about medicine?
laughter's the best medicine, and but if you got a persistent cough, you might want to go see a doctor.
Medicine might be the best medicine. For
Yeah. He's
When
great.
he had the Bell's palsy, he was like, if you're on this side of the room, I'm sorry I'm frowning, but over here we're having a good time. It's the fucking greatest. There's nobody funnier than Tom Herrera.
Dude, the
Do you think
funniest.
he'd come on this podcast, or is he too big?
He's way too big, yeah.
Only because he loves you. He would
No,
come
I'm
on, I
kidding.
think.
He might. I don't know. If you
Reach
told
out.
me,
It's not
I
like
would've-
he's busy.
Do you think
If
Joey
you told
Coco
me, I would have
Diaz?
picked him up. I live near Dom. I always go to hang out with Dom. He's the only one I see during quarantine.
How about Joey Coco Diaz? You think he'd come on?
He doesn't really like you. No, I'm kidding.
that's
He
not
might. He
true.
might come on.
He lives around the corner. He lives right over here. He could
Are
come
the
on.
windows in here? Is it haunted? Because he has a lot of things he's gonna. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
don't
know-
go in the basement, cocksucker. I'm not doing the Comedy Store podcast. There's no fucking windows in the basement. What happened to you? What are you talking about?
I called his phone
Do you have to
once.
escape?
Dude, I was watching during the quarantine. I'm watching Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack. Perhaps you
So
too
hot.
can help solve
I
an
on
unsolved
there?
mystery. So the Comedy Store comes on, and it's with
I remember we tortured those people.
Blake Clark and Joey Gaynor are on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries talking about the bar stool flew across the room, and I'm going, oh my God, it was the greatest thing. Because I go old school. I was during the quarantine, I've been watching shows like The Incredible Hulk and shows I would
So
watch as a
gay,
kid.
yeah.
I know it's so gay, but
Come
I
out
love
of the
it.
closet.
I can look at Murphy
Quarantine.
bed.
I don't believe in the ghosts, and I don't
Wait, but you
believe
know
in
what?
the UFOs, because there's billions and billions of people, but they only see UFOs just a little bit.
I've seen some weird shit. I've seen some weird shit at the Comedy Store. You've never seen. I mean, aside from what
I got Me
walked
Too by
in.
the ghost that lives in the basement, bro.
Do you know we tortured Duncan because we were telling him about he was like, I think Mitzi's still here on the Comedy Store podcast. He was like, I think Mitzi.
There it is. There it is.
Is that popular?
These people used to come to the store all the time and ask questions, and Duncan Trussell one time led the charge, and there was this fucking weird guy who was obsessed
Mickey
with
Cohen.
That's Mickey Cohen. But
Yeah.
I'm not this
Is that the one
person.
from the movie Bugsy?
Yeah, look at that right there. That's the old
Look how
Ciro's.
cool. Look at that jar.
That's
Yes.
that's where Frank Sinatra punched a photographer in the face.
Right there.
Bugsy's the one who's
Mike Becker.
Great Mike Becker.
he's the one that started Las Vegas. That guy Mickey Cohen, that's him, huh?
No, it was Bugsy Siegel. Bugsy Siegel started Las Vegas.
Whoa, look at that. But Duncan, there's a little trap door, right, that is a crawl space under the OR. And Duncan made this guy, he goes, yeah, all the ghosts are in there, bro. It's a little, you've seen it when you come down the original room steps,
There's a
across
little
from the restroom.
Shakaluma's
There's
in.
a tiny little door, right? You've seen it. It's locked usually. Now it's locked because of Duncan. It's locked.
Bro,
but what happened? And Duncan made the guy go in the crawl space. He was in there for fucking hours. Duncan left. Later that night, the fucking guy comes out covered in soot, puts his head out, and Dean Gelber, Jeff Danish, and Ryan O'Neal were working the door, and the guy was like, hey, man, I haven't found anything in here. He was in there for hours. What the fuck is this, Brian?
It's a hamburger.
How cold is it now, Brian?
Fine.
Why do you wait to offer people hot food?
I don't know.
I love that he had the burger. I love that he had the burgers all cut in half. That killed
Yeah,
me.
he does that
Is
every
this
time.
is this impossible?
No. This is a regular standard cow burger.
Is there cheese?
Yeah.
No, these are just hamburgers.
Oh, what a bore.
So, what was I going to say?
I haven't had a Burger King.
There's one of the ghosts is a prop actor. He used to work in the main room, and one of the spotlights fell off, hit him in the head, and killed him.
He didn't fuck Mitzi, that's why.
That's right.
Had he fucked Mitzi, he
And
wouldn't
that's
have
one of the
died.
ghosts. And every once in a while, you'll see a sheet coming down the hallway.
What about
with
the
it.
guy who
don't know if I should
got
eat
pushed off the high?
Oh, he didn't push. He jumped.
No,
He jumped,
Steve
yes.
Becken.
the real story is Alan Stephen pushed him. That's the real story. Everybody wants to think it's a suicide. It was Alan Steven up there, another one of those outlaws.
That's right. And then
Him and Mitchell Waters.
then they run downstairs and they call the Comedy Store and see if there was any fallouts.
Look, that's the VIP bar now on the TV. Now, when it used to be the video room or whatever.
Look,
There's Joey Gaynor.
Joey.
Oh, Joey Gaynor. He's going to be on the show next week, perhaps.
He does have a lot of crazy ghost stories, though.
He lost his voice, though.
yeah.
Joey?
No, I don't hear.
No. By the way, this is the only.
You scared me.
This is the only TV
Look at
credit.
Blake. One of my favorite interviews ever. One of my most favorite
Whatever was
interviews.
down there in that basement.
Bro, this was Joey Gaynor's only TV credit.
You're an asshole.
Apparently, the feeling was mutual.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This is so cool. I didn't know
Where
this.
they get raped by the ghost, do they press charges?
For sheer speed, Blake and Joey's sprint from the basement has yet to be equal.
This is why Joe Diaz won't do my Comedy Store podcast.
Nothing happened to the comedian of the Comedy Store. When a ghost story begins like that, you're inclined to take it with a grain of salt. But what of the waitresses and employees who have little to gain by telling tall tales? So far, Laurie Jacobson has documented 50 mysterious episodes.
Perhaps you
here
too
at
can
the
help
Comedy
us out.
Lori Jacobson has been getting fingered by ghosts all day.
Oh, look. There's the bar stool.
Perhaps you should make it 50.
How'd they do that?
Fishing wire.
Never. It would have toppled.
So this one, you might know this guy. He says, you want to put a patio on your own home. It's months of permit bullshit. Want to take down a statue? Just bring your skateboard, some rope, and a couple of friends. No problemo.
My favorite thing about the South Philly kids protecting neighborhood, I should say, protecting the Christopher Columbus statue is is Antifa a real thing or is that made up?
No, it's a real thing.
Okay, so Antifa apparently got into one of the South Philly groups and was like saying that they're gonna come, like it was weird threats saying that these people are gonna come in your neighborhood, they're taking Christopher Columbus and they're breaking all your fucking windows and stealing whatever the fuck they want. Basically, this
That's
and,
what he
and
said
it's a
to
real
people
thing.
in South Philly.
They sent this to people in South Philly. So when you send something like that to a bunch of fucking people who are just regular blue collar people, know how to fight. Some of them are, done some time. It's none of your fucking business. And they have weapons.
Your ex-boyfriends.
None of your business. They came out strong, but the fucking Antifa named them. You know what they're calling them? The Gravy Seals. Well, I have to admit, that is the fucking funniest thing I've ever fucking heard.
The Gravy Seals.
If these people make it out alive, and I'm talking about the people that are protesting them, because these people are ready. They all have
The
baseball
Gravy
bats.
Seals, bro.
It's
That's
so
no, it's
fucking
hilarious.
funny.
It's tomato sauce. No, it's not. It's gravy for the noodles.
Is there meat in it, you motherfucker? Then it's gravy. I'm sorry.
Did you hear what they're doing to my hometown? They're trying to rename it Columbus, Ohio, Flavor Town. Based off that chef. What's his name?
The chef.
The
Flavor Flav. Yeah.
no,
Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
really? Is he from there?
There he is.
look,
There he
They
is.
would call it Flavor Town.
Ugh.
I don't know if that'll fly.
Oh, more than 45,000 people.
Yeah.
Shit.
That was Adam Carolla.
There was a lot
said
of-
that about the statues.
Oh, really? There was a lot of. It is funny that, like, I don't know whose side I'm on. I don't care, like, about the statues. I don't think about them one way or the fucking other. They don't affect my life because I just get up in the morning and.
You know what an
Facebook
idiot
right
you
in
are
fucking
to an
front of me.
inanimate object?
That's what I say.
I mean, it's an inanimate object. And let me tell you something else. If history offends you, great. You should know it so you don't repeat it. But
Exactly.
history belongs to everybody. You're not just going to walk down willy-nilly tailing down statues. Where are the pigeons supposed to shit? I said it before. I'll say it again.
Obviously, it's a repeat. Jimmy's on repeat. No, I'm kidding. But I get it. Because here's the thing. They're out there defending this fucking statue. Meanwhile, there's meth heads that sleep in that park. Nobody goes there to help them. They woke up like, hey, are you guys here to rescue us? They're like, no, move over. We're fucking protecting this guy. And it's kind of funny to me. But then the people come in the neighborhood. There's a lot of videos that surfaced about South Philly. They were trending on Twitter. How embarrassing. But I was kind of not embarrassed. Like, they don't understand. They were threatened by some weird shit online, and they came out to fucking defend their neighborhood. And
That's
then
right.
if I was living there, I'd be right fucking beside them. I know, because my
What
brother
about
called
you,
me.
Redban?
Nah.
All right.
You're not in it?
No, I mean, the college I went to, the statue is Christopher Columbus,
And look,
and it's
Christopher-
pointing.
yeah.
And I was talking to my family about it, and they were just like, when they made these, there's 2 Christopher Columbus statues in Columbus, Ohio, and they're tearing them both down. And they're like, when they made this, kids would like sell cookies to pay to wash it every year. Like this was like a big
Really?
deal. Like they,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
speaking,
think that's what
speaking
they
of cookies,
do
bro,
here.
you know what they're going to do next? They're going after the Oreo.
Wait. So wait.
They're going to be in the store separating the
Wait, I wanna
Oreos.
hear so they.
So they are tearing it down. They're tearing both of them down, I guess.
Well, see, I don't care if they tear him down or not. Christopher Columbus was hung in 1506 for being too much.
Well, he was hung in 1506.
1506.
Yeah, but they said he was hung in 1506, 1507, 1508.
But it
the guy had a
doesn't
big
matter.
pecker.
What I'm saying is
the guy had a big pecker. He
whatever,
was
they
hung.
hung him. He was a fucking savage. He was obviously even worse than.
Read the People's Almanac if you want an accurate depiction of history.
What is the People's Almanac? I feel
But the People's Almanac.
are you for Christopher Columbus? Like, I don't really give a shit one way or the other. I got to be honest.
Hey, I guarantee you something. Christopher Columbus did more than you did. You want to tear down a statue? You do. Christopher Columbus discovered the.
Do you know he was Portuguese, not Italian?
Exactly.
Have you ever been in?
But why are the Italians screaming then, this is our Italian American
Because
heritage?
Because
Because they've been lied to, like every other fucking thing.
Because it's not accurate history. Because he was a Portuguese.
But none of us were taught accurate history. I went to a fucking inner city
Stop
school.
butting heads with her. Will you please?
I'll fight him right now. He knows. This
He's
is how
got
we.
good
This is
footwork.
How long-
foreplay for
how
us,
many-
Brian.
How many times have you been a defendant?
Never. I've never been a defendant. Nice question, asshole. How many times have you been a defendant?
I've been a defendant.
With friends like you, who needs fucking enemies? What are you trying to fucking get me? He's trying to get me
But you know-
hashtag me too.
okay, you know what I do?
I did a nice podcast. He got me too. That's what happened. What did you do? I did nothing.
Too much toilet paper. Tell you. How many times you have a party at your house? You got to tell somebody, hey, you got to flush, and then you flush again. You can't. do
What?
it.
No, I backed
What
him.
kind of parties are you having?
I backed him. I backed him his toilet one time. One time.
Oh, this is okay. You got.
You know what's so funny? Because after I do my business, I flush the toilet, so nothing but the turd goes down first, and then I do the wiping, so that even if it backs up, there's not a sewer pickle coming over the top.
A couple other things a couple of other things bothered me. When I was in the Air Force in Okinawa, you'd be downtown, and there
Is this
would
when
be.
you were in Vietnam?
This would be.
He was there in '78. The room service was
Holtzman
really
told
bad.
somebody that he was in Vietnam, and they believed him, and they blew him. Can we press charges? She's still around, and she will come
No,
on
they
to
didn't
talk
blow
about
me.
it.
Hey, Holtzman lost his wallet.
Maybe she didn't blow you, but
Hey,
she
Eleanor.
showed you a tit for sure.
Eleanor, Holtzman lost his wallet in Nam. He was there in fucking '82, and the fucking room service
So
was
go
horrible.
ahead.
so-
What happened in Okinawa, Japan?
You know, you're downtown partying, and this dovetails into the second thing. And there's always some clown that has to go back to the USO to cash a check. Can't you keep all your money? You're not getting that much money in the Air Force. You think you could just cash the whole check? And that dovetails to this. You're in the apartment, you're partying, it's 1:30, 2 a.m.,
The
3
toilet's
a.m., and there's
overflowing.
always somebody there. I gotta get cigarettes. Wouldn't you?
This is an amazing dovetail. I got to be honest.
No, but it bothered me. If I was a cigarette smoker, I would make sure I had all the cigarettes I
Because
needed
you have OCD.
to the next day.
What if you have a
Why don't you
bad?
tell him about the time I pissed myself in the third grade, Brian? Why don't you be we're ratting out at people?
I need cigarettes.
They were throwing people under the bus.
Isn't it kind of late to be shopping for
Sometimes you
cigarettes?
party, you party a little bit, and you smoke a lot more. That's all. When you're drinking, you smoke more, right?
Yakking
So maybe
USA.
he was a
Back in
back dog.
USA.
Now I'm on Jimmy's
Back in the
side.
day. That's right.
All right, here's another one. This one is
This should be good.
a thing that always grossed me out about comedy is the networking, ass kissing, holding your tongue, pretending to be friends with someone to their face, and talking shit behind their back.
Right. We don't do that because we're not
Laughing at
successful.
bad jokes, blacklisting, nepotism, false praise for all self-advancement. Peter Chin. No, this is from...
Shut the fuck up.
this is from-
I would have fucking beat your ass. right now.
who's it-
I
who's
had
it-
a
who's it from?
flashback for my father from that fucking
Who's it
name.
from?
This is from, someone needs their ass wiped, you're in a comedy club, you offer to wipe their fucking ass.
Who said it?
This is a woman by the name of Lucia, Luisa, and then it's Diez.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, but here's the thing. I don't like the networking either. If I don't like somebody, I don't like somebody. And we all are pretty much the same people.
Yeah, I can't do it either. And it's probably why,
we're not successful.
Yeah, because, but I mean, there's certain cliques, and if you're not in those cliques, and now maybe you know why you weren't in certain cliques, but whatever. But I mean,
but there's all cliques, all kinds.
Look, I just want to go and I just want to make an audience fucking laugh
Me
at the
too.
comedy club, and that's all I really give a fuck about.
I said me too. I'm sorry, but you know what I meant. But
Yeah, Pound, you too.
right.
A lot of people have had sex at the Comedy Store. Let's face it.
So much. Listen, one night.
So what? It's a fucking nightclub.
free-
No.
And
I'm
that's what we did.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying it.
We got in trouble. Listen,
I'm not saying. I keep a neutral perspective here.
I bet you go on that couch in the back room at the main room and you cleaned that up with an ultraviolet light and scraped it. You could probably solve about 4 homicides with the DNA you get off of
if you
that thing.
sit there long enough, you can get pregnant. You can have Kinnison's baby if you need. I'm like, here's the thing: the Comedy Store was like that. It was bad, not bad, but like. It's what it is. And there was when we started doing the Comedy Store podcast 3 years ago.
Why do you think I've been there for 30 years?
I know, right? We brought up a certain person. I'm not going to say her name. If Ingram was here, he'd say their name loud and clear. I don't do that. This person would come to the Comedy Store. They like to party. They would do a lot of fucked up things. I walked in on them blowing a couple comics. And they would come all the time and party and do crazy shit. And we said their name, and that person got pissed off. And now we had to have a disclaimer at the beginning of the Comedy Store podcast because of this person. But they weren't saying this person was bad. They were saying this is great for comedy. This is a good.
It adds a little bit of spice to the evening.
Right.
When you don't know you're going to get a blowjob and you go out that evening and get a blowjob, it really makes your night.
No, none of it was against the world. That girl, and I think I know who you're talking about. She seen more dick ends than weekends. That one.
There was 2 of them.
Well, she was an artist. She likes it. She's good at it. If you're good at something, you want to do it again and again and again. Leave her alone.
But I'm saying, like, where are the comics complaining about her?
Right.
Right?
It's like I was saying to somebody on the phone on the way over to the studio today. If a female comic said,
she was
to
a female
me,
comic, yeah.
I want you to have sex with me in order to get a stage spot.
How big is your dick?
I'd say,
Oh.
okay, I'm going to get a condom and let's do it. Now, if a guy says that to a woman, it doesn't go over as well. And I guess that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
You're
a guy's
really painting men in a good picture. Let me get a
mean,
condom.
Get
Get
a
the
condom
fuck
for
out
a
of here.
blowjob.
Everybody's
shit.
getting canceled.
You're full of
Cha cha
shit.
cha. Everybody's getting canceled.
Especially
cha cha
Holtzman.
cha.
Cha cha cha.
Everybody's.
That's a fucking blatant lie. Nobody ever said, let me get a condom.
And I was also, we talked to the producers and the sponsors of the podcast, and we said we would say, and we believe that we are sticking up for the women who spoke up.
Absolutely. And they are brave.
So let's get that. Can you say that?
Yes, I will say it.
Forward. Keep coming
Listen,
forward,
if
ladies.
this shit is
Honestly.
first off, the
Keep
thing
coming forward. Now let's
listen,
get back to the blowjobs. All right, we said it. Okay, we don't have to keep talking about it. We said it. Everybody's happy. The producers, the
all this
sponsors
shit.
are happy.
All this shit is
We get
leaving
back to the blowjob.
All this shit's leaving a black eye on the industry, and
No, Jimmy, that's
just trying
domestic
to,
violence.
They're trying to erase the culture. They want to remove the culture. I talked about this the other day.
I feel like you're right.
The American
Don't you think
Airlines in LAX had a beautiful mosaic thing on the ground. Those Roman things with the naked guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Beautiful, and they had that removed because it was too much for certain people. They want to remove every semblance
That's what
of
I'm
culture.
saying about the
dude,
fucking...
this is how the 1984 George Orwell movie starts. They start removing everything. They start erasing
Exactly.
dates. They start erasing
That's
history.
right.
The reason you should know fucking history, and most of these people tearing it down don't. The rich white kids from the suburbs. And I got news for you.
Oh, yeah.
There was 2 fucking lawyers. One guy graduated from Princeton. There was a female lawyer. They threw Molotov cocktail bombs. They're facing 80 years in prison. If you think this is funny, a lot of these kids are getting caught because they all videotaped and did all the social media, the looting and everything. They're going to catch you. and you're going to jail for a long fucking time. And I hope the like $200 or the $150 you got from George Soros' company was all worth it, because you're going to go to jail for the fucking rest of your life.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's so nice of you.
No, I'm good.
I ate a piece of
It
mine.
was delicious.
I don't
You had
like
to cut it
burgers.
half.
Is that done? You want me to throw it away?
Yeah, please. Can you clean this up? Listen, I haven't washed my vagina in a while. Can you clean it?
Oh, no problem.
I'm sorry. I like to be sexually harassed. At my age, I don't press charges. Everyone knows this. But
Well, you know what I started doing? When I was much younger, I used to fuck all the older broads. Now they're dead and they can't report me.
can't talk about
I went the other way. I was banging all the old broads. And now
How dare you?
How da-
Mitzi is not a broad.
All
Mitzi
right.
was a crazy bitch. God love her. God
Man,
fucking love her.
we
She
were-
gave us that crazy playground.
my thing.
Mitz, I miss you.
Now this is somebody. This is somebody who. Who really weighed in.
He still has a scent on it. That's a crazy
It's so funny.
scent.
He said, "Let's have this." What is wrong with you?
This is.
We're all fucking crazy
I
or
know.
whatever. I'm trying to say retarded.
Come on, go ahead.
This is somebody.
Mentally
who,
encumbered.
This is somebody who really weighed in on the situation.
This
yeah?
better be good. It better be Peter Chen. I'm gonna find that fucking
Shout out to the beat of the rhythm of the night,
to the beat of the rhythm of the
George
night.
Wallace. He really doesn't want to get involved, does he?
He's got too many skeletons. He can't get it.
And here's one from our friend from New York City, good friend of Brody Stevens.
I like the way you looked at me. This should be nervous?
He says, "No, no,
Oh.
Eric Allenye.
you two are my favorite people. I mean, nobody
Eric,
needs
is
to
it
be
from
there.
Eric?
Eric Oligny?
Yeah, is that his?
You want to just blow everything on this podcast?
No, no. I didn't know who it was. You said a good friend of so and so's from New York. I just took a guess. I took a stab in it. You got it. 818. Our life. Apple cider vinegar.
How great would his take be on all of this shit?
Oh, I love it.
Ladies, I'm with you.
Netflix is going to have a documentary on how many sexual predators are working for Netflix. Eric Englund.
Is that somebody who didn't get a special?
And that's it.
Of course he didn't.
Anyway, that's the whole thing. A lot of bitter people, too, are coming forward. Here, I have some...
What's with the masks? What's your opinions on the masks? I did an Instagram today on the masks.
Well, I fucking had some coffee this morning. I have a sensitivity to caffeine. I had my mask on. I sneezed in it, which, by the way, is the new shit in your pants because you can't use it after that. You have to take it out.
Here he goes.
What do you stop?
What do you think of
shit in your mouth.
You both had masks when you came in today.
I had my mask.
I think it's nothing about
It's
taking.
not a big deal. I'm
not a
with
big
Bill
deal.
Burr. I'm with. We don't have a
What does
medical.
Bill Burr say?
We don't have a medical degree.
Right.
So if they tell you to wear
Yeah.
the fucking mask, listen to the
Hey,
CDC.
and
big
in lieu
deal.
of,
Just
and
listen.
in lieu of all that's going on, I do like my COVID like I like my women. 19, easy to spread. Now listen. That's good. That's good.
Don't encourage him at all.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know, it's
With the shooters
you
and
know,
this hand sanitizer.
It's just a little much. I feel like people are so crazy from being inside. They're looking for fucking anything. And from this going to a real case against possibly a real problem that we still don't really have all the evidence on. You know,
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
other thing.
know
Can they
any-
gather some
But
evidence?
it's a real. But wait a minute, it's a real case, and they took that and decided not enough women get booked at the Comedy Store. How the fuck do you go from
I
there
like the
to
way
that?
you I like the way you raffled off quite a
I
quite
was
a
very
quite a
upset.
Well, first off,
quite,
Because you're
quite a few
coming
names.
after-
Quite a few names. There was
We-
a lot.
and I
You-
missed a
you
million.
proved your point.
I missed Marilyn Martinez. I missed Judy Gold. Like, I mean, we had so many fucking female comics. So many great.
Carrie
female
Snow.
comics.
like Carrie Snow,
Roberta Kent,
fucking
Fuck you.
Paul Bell. I mean, you know, Kelly Kirsten.
I said all
fucking
them.
Deshema Tosh. All these
Shema
fucking,
Tosh,
you know, Vicky Barbalack.
Vicky Barbalack.
I mean, comedians, female. I mean,
No,
Mitzi
but-
had a separate room for fucking female comedians to grow
Well,
and
that was
develop.
because you pricks wouldn't let us be ourselves
No,
down there.
that's not true. What do you mean, us pricks? I was
In
never
the
involved in that.
original
Whoa,
room.
whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Jimmy, this
You're
is
coming off.
again.
You're coming off guilty again.
But that zing, 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 zing. Here comes the lie detector. No. But initially, Mitzi started the belly room because downstairs, going on against the men were like, "Fuck you, bitches! You're not funny." Blah blah blah. So Mitzi gave him a room to develop.
Yeah,
and
people.
that room was off the charts. And you can ask Carrie Snow that she told me a fucking hilarious
She
story.
refuses to talk to me.
What'd you do to her? I remember.
I remember the days when
I
I slipped into your house. I like to play pillow games. How long can you breathe with a pillow on your head?
Holtzman, I forgot. See, I didn't have any children, so I didn't lose my memory. Once women have children, they lose their memory, I swear. I torture my sister about this. But anyway, I fucking remember you and Carrie Snow. But Carrie Snow said that the room got so hot upstairs that the male comics were like, we want to go on upstairs. But what Mitzi was using it for, yeah, they're developing, but it was people that couldn't get in the original room. So she would fucking cart them upstairs. Hey, listen to this for a while. Then the girls got fucking strong because they had a fucking audience. But also, Mitzi would walk in the middle of like the girls being on stage and be like, hey, we have 2 open. Come on out. And she would pull the audience out to bring them down to the OR. Because that's just how the fuck it was running. But those girls were fucking.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're running a business, and
Of
obviously,
course. But
you
she wanted those girls to get good.
Yeah, but okay, no, absolutely. Everybody gets better at the Comedy Store. That's what I love about it. Even in its current,
Except me.
No, but they
Yeah, Holtzman,
no,
you're a
but
problem.
no, what they do is that they give people chances in the beginning of shows and the end of shows to get warmed up and to get stage time and get used to doing those rooms.
And
those
you
rooms,
need an audience.
And those rooms are intimidating. I got to tell you,
Absolutely.
the main room is something you got to work up to. You don't just get the
Main
fucking
room's
main
the
room.
hardest to me, I think.
And the other thing is, it's like, you know, the.
Well, see, you just said something old school. You said that you just don't get the main room. And back then, Mitzi did that. That was a very, very big deal if you got the main room. Now, they just use it as a room.
Yeah, but it seats 500
It's
people.
very
No, but
corporate.
they're bringing in all the guys with popular podcasts and all the
Sure.
guys who can
Sure, that can
pack that
fill it
room.
up.
You know,
Fill
I
it
mean,
up.
those
It's a
lineups are
business.
insane. I mean, you talk about Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura, and Bill
Unbelievable.
Burr, and Joey Diaz. I mean,
Whitney Cummings,
Whitney
and
Cummings.
Gordon Feimster, and Eliza Schlesinger, and
all the-
Ali Wong.
Thank you for-
okay, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
So I
Okay.
just had to put your dick down for a second, but yes.
No, but
I'm kidding.
you didn't give me a chance to get to the fucking women.
Annie Letterman, one of my fucking favorites.
Yeah, but thank you for. But yeah,
but you're right, you're right.
So they bring all those people, and they get spots on a regular basis. They get more spots than fucking me sometimes. I get like a couple a week.
Fuck yeah. And look, we all got fucking pushed to the back. If we don't fucking sell tickets, you get pushed to the back. I'm sorry.
That's
It's a
called
business.
running a business.
It's a business now. And like
That's all.
And like I said, the Comedy Store of late is very pretty much corporate. It's a fucking business.
Yeah, but
it's not run by a woman who just absolutely loves comedy, doesn't give a fuck about the business, doesn't give a fuck if we have people there
There
or
has
not.
always been a diversity at the Comedy Store
Oh, absolutely.
for as long as I can remember.
Remember when they had that guy with 3 heads?
Yeah.
Remember Holtzman? Holtzman used to go up after another funny female comic, Tanya Lee Davis.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't
who
stand
was-
it. I told Mitzi, I don't want to go up after the...
Midget, what is this? Is this a circus?
Is this some
What
kind
is
of
it?
circus going on here? Where's the dancing bears? And she'd purposely make me follow. And I have nothing against small people or midgets
Tanya
or
Lee
whatever.
Davis, very funny comic.
But she was great. But, I felt uncomfortable. I don't know, the last guy out of the car. Come on. Am I going to put a...
Sherry Shepard.
Jerry Shepard.
Shepard.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Aretha
what a way to
Jones.
commit. Oh, God, does she commit?
So funny.
Does
But I
she
mean-
commit to a bit
best
or
fucking
what?
stories.
Holy fuck, does she commit to a
but
fucking
dude,
bit?
I'm
Auntie
telling you.
Eveline.
I got to get her on here.
Yeah,
She
but
would
I'm
do
telling you, the Comedy Store has always been a place of diversity and inclusion of male and female comics. I mean, I don't know. I, as for as long as I can remember,
Of course.
Mitzi has always
Black,
promoted
white,
female.
green,
so,
orange.
But someone's told me there's a rumor out there they call the Comedy Store the White House because only white. But I mean, it's
Shut the
ridiculous.
Oh,
fuck
who would
up.
say something like that?
Don't you worry, I heard it.
Let me tell you something. Anybody that says that is literally talking out
think
of
I
their
read it-
ass and just being
Just
bitter
because they
didn't
can't get
spots.
on, just because they're not good enough to get spots
getting
there.
spots. I'm sorry. And Mitzi, back in the day, she would pass who she liked, who made her laugh. Get in there. So who she liked. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they weren't necessarily what other clubs liked. It was her taste.
Yeah.
And now you have a talent coordinator who has their taste, and that's it. And if you don't fit their taste and what they think,
But
is
that
gonna
happens
bring-
a lot. That happens.
That's how life is. What are you going to beat up?
Comedy
every-
Central's got a couple 24, 26-year-old talent coordinators. If they don't get like some of this guy, you know what I mean? It's just,
You're not bitter.
the-
You still fucking work.
That's exactly right. And the
I don't get cast because I'm old. I don't give a fuck.
the improv, exactly right. I mean, listen.
We're here to play the role that God
Let's
wants
not bring
us.
up. imaginary friends. Okay, that's insane.
I thought you were Catholic.
I am, but only by force. No, I'm not. I don't believe in anything, Jimmy.
Let me run some
Oh,
quick
that
items
explains a
of
lot.
interest here.
Explains
I don't
why
want
you're
to.
so
Wait, what
broken.
was this? What was this?
That explains why you're so broken.
I'm so.
I want to.
I can fix
Well,
you.
she had a pony growing up. That's why
Get
she's
it in
broken.
there. I did not have a pony. I wish I had a pony.
Sure way to break a hymen. Have a fucking horse. I'm telling you. I had a lot of girls. They were accusing them not being virgins. No, I am a virgin. I just happen to. I have a horse, a pony. I broke my hymen. I'm sorry. Jeez, I go to church every day. I have never had a penis in me.
Broke
I
your
just,
hymen?
hymen, or whatever they call it. You know,
Oh
that special
my
piece of skin. You know what I'm
God.
saying?
What?
It wasn't a pony. It was just a little statue of a pony that I used to fucking ride. It's American history, man. I got out there.
Hyman Castor, wasn't he one of the middle acts that used to work up in the
I
belly?
hate you. I hate that you said that.
I want to do a couple of items of interest. I don't want to disappoint.
More items of interest.
No. We never started it. I just want to put a couple in
I'm
so the
kidding.
listeners
You
and the
could go
people-
into items of interest before we
Okay.
all get canceled.
To become a barber,
late.
in several states requires significantly more training than to become a police officer. In North Carolina,
Whoa.
licensed barbers need 1,520 hours of training. Police officers only need 620 hours. There's a similar split in Florida between the licensed interior designers, 1,760 hours, and police officers, 770 hours. In Louisiana, it requires more training to become a licensed manicurist, and I guess you got to like Rice, 500
That's
hours.
racist.
Bro, could you imagine being a cop and a haircutter? Now you locked the guy up and gave him a high top fade as he was reading him his
That would
rights.
be amazing. That would
He
be
fucking
amazing.
handcuffs. He
But
handcuffed me,
also-
gave me a high top fade, and then he took off my handcuffs. I looked at him and I said, "This is fantastic."
I
Then he
got a
said, "You had the right to
pedicure.
remain silent," and he handcuffed me to my high top fade.
But first of all, they need police faster than they need haircutters. So
That's true, Brian.
we got to get them out there. We got to get them out there.
Speaking of haircuts, where'd you go? Super Clutch drive-through window. Look at that
Are
thing.
you still
got
getting a lawyer for this haircut?
I got a Filipino doing it now.
Oh, is that right?
Chinatown's been closed for a while. So I
Yeah.
But you found the Filipino that's still
Yeah,
out there?
Yeah, he used to go to Chinatown get his haircut, but an hour and a half later, he felt like getting his haircut again. And listen,
I'll be here all week.
I'll be weak all here. I'll be weak all here.
Fucking Shubert.
See,
What?
see,
Come on.
See, this item of interest produced a lot of laughter. See what I mean? This is how it works.
You're
Yeah,
right. You're
see?
right. You're absolutely right. I'm hilarious. I'm
What are we going to talk about? Your merch? Your fucking merch? And your fucking T-shirts and your bullshit at the end of the fucking show?
I don't
and
have
all
any-
your fucking merch?
I don't have any merch.
That's all I hear on podcasts. Merch, merch, merch,
You have
merch,
merch?
I got buttons. Yeah, there's a
I got
button.
buttons. I don't want one. I have so many buttons. I can start a button
I
collection.
sell condoms filled with my man batter after the show, so you can put it on your dress.
Didn't
and
we
come
do
in.
La Jolla
I'll
once?
take a
Yeah,
button.
we did. Who was it? Were you
I
there?
was there with you guys. I wasn't a comic. I was at the party at the condo.
Really?
The last day.
That was you? I don't recognize
No,
you.
what was
Just on
it?
the
Clothes
balcony.
on.
So who do we work with that week?
I can't
Was
remember.
Jason Hart's one of them? Because we all
Rick
came
Wright
down.
Rick Wright is in London now. I send him postcards. You know Rick Wright, the
Yeah,
guitar
of course,
guy.
of course.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Remember the
yeah.
Comedy
You know it's
Store
that
song?
flamingo guitar. He finally turned it over to an animal shelter and he's getting out there. now, so
Done
it's-
with him.
So it takes
Wait, do you remember that party though?
500.
It was the last night of the Comedy Store La Jolla. They were moving locations.
That's right.
That was
you
a big
two
problem.
closed it out.
That was a big problem.
That's
oh my
right.
god.
Didn't
yeah,
last
the last-
long. That was a fucking wild party.
Those were the days.
I believe somebody was surfboarding off the balcony. I'm not going to point or,
Wasn't me.
or look.
Wasn't.
I remember your brother Jay was there as well.
Oh, my brother Jay. You know he wouldn't let me stay in his
I'm not
trailer.
pressing charges. I'm just letting you know
Well,
what
he-
I know.
I have him in my house for a whole month, and he can't let me stay in his trailer. Clean out his room. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Well, then we have to put out that we have to stop sending him money. Remember, you gave his address out
Right,
for them
yeah,
to
we
send
were
money.
GoFunding
Stop
him.
sending him money.
Okay.
Jimmy, did I spit?
So it takes 500 hours to train a manicurist, and
we're
a
still
police
on this.
officer in Louisiana. It just requires 360
How about the
hours.
waxers? The people do the waxing. I actually think they should teach police officers how to do that. So if someone was being unruly, you could just wax their genitals. It'd be like
that's a
getting
good
tased.
way,
It'd be
yeah.
like getting tased. What happened? He waxed my leather Cheerio. And
Yeah, but you know there'd be a lot
I'm
of
Irish. I
there'd
don't
be
have
a-
hair.
There'd be a lot of overtime in the gay
Sorry.
neighborhoods, though, huh?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa,
That's-
whoa, whoa,
I I didn't know we were going to gay bash. It's Pride Month. Jesus Christ.
By the way, Jeff Scott is watching us right now.
Hi, Jeff Scott.
Hi, Jeff Scott.
Happy Gay Pride, Jeff Scott. We love you.
It's a fad. You'll grow out of it, Jeff. You'll grow out of it. You'll be straightened in a straight line in a few weeks. It just takes time to grow out of that behavior.
Yay!
You should run a camp. Boy, that would be a great. You be the instructor at a what is that called? Conversion camp?
No.
That'd be a hilarious video.
You're gonna grow out of it.
Dude, that'd be hilarious. Brian Holtzman as an instructor at a conversion
Him and
camp.
fucking
Hands above
Mike
the covers.
Pence.
Hands above the covers. You remember your mother's telling you that? Hands. I didn't know what it meant till years later. She didn't want you jacking off, I guess. But come on, that's
Your mother's.
hands above the covers.
Dude, you know
Hands above the covers.
You know how many crunchy socks my mom found? My mom had 6 children, 6 male
Stop
children.
it.
I swear, my mom there's crunchy socks, bro.
That's my
There
whole
was
life.
crunchy socks.
I had to share a room with my brothers, 6 boys.
That's right.
Women don't know how hard it is being a man.
Oh, we
That-
do.
yeah, her
We've
brothers
seen
didn't
it. Listen, my brothers have ejaculated on my feet and been like, my
Big
fault.
family.
Like,
Both
it's a
big family.
problem.
How many in your family?
10.
10 and
6.
6, 10,
Lazy
and 7.
Irish.
See?
Yeah, see, Irish.
When
Are
Daddy,
you Irish? You're not Irish.
No,
What
I'm
is-
Portuguese.
What is this?
He's
Yeah,
Portuguese.
You're a problem.
That's why he knows about Columbus.
You're not Portuguese, you piece of shit.
What was that thing? This is a real interesting item of interest. Of the 1,453 players who spent at least one day in the Major League Baseball last season, almost 41% made less than $1 million in career earnings. An average player probably needs to exceed 3 years of being a big league. This is for you because you have
My
a very
nephew.
successful
Yeah,
nephew.
he plays for the Twins.
He's hit the big time, big league. Fuck it.
Whoa.
You want me to finish it? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
aren't they going back
Okay.
in July? They're going back. I mean,
I'm
my
self-conscious
nephew's in
about my
the,
reading, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. You're doing great.
I'm self-conscious about my listening, especially when you're reading.
You're bringing me back. I feel like a kid again, like I'm in the special class.
It needs to,
They separate us.
an average player.
Read it out loud, honey.
An average player probably needs to exceed 3 years of big league service before netting $1 million in salary. And federal and local taxes and agent fees take about half of that total.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like being in show business.
That's like the watermelon salesman who cracks the watermelons. He's all
Gallagher?
upset.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the more you make, the more they take, Gallagher, you silly goose, complaining about the tax rate in America.
Every time you stick your hand in your pocket, you're shaking hands with some mid-level
And then
government
I heard-
functionary
Yeah.
who wants to take more of your money so he can dole it out to some meth addict who had 6 babies from 6 different guys living in a Motel 6 because somehow their personal lack of responsibility.
Well,
is
we
your
don't
problem.
get we don't get political here on this.
No, I don't. I'm not getting political. I was just saying. It's just observation. I do observation.
He's just bringing it up. It was just an item of interest.
There he is. Gallagher has a
Oh my God!
he has a study in his house. He smashes
Jeff Scott
watermelons.
for a second.
Why would he need a study in his house? He smashes watermelons. What are you studying?
How to smash a watermelon.
God.
Bro, you know what happened?
Why do you not like
Bro,
Gallagher?
you know what's so funny?
Because I heard he was crying about his tax rate.
Oh.
Dude, you know what's so funny?
He's probably broke, Brian.
I don't know if you
they
guys-
don't hire
bro, I don't-
older comics,
Bro,
Brian.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's a guy named Gallagher 2 out there, which
That's
is
his
his
brother.
brother. He brought all his act from him about the watermelon smashing. So Gallagher 2 would do Gallagher 1's act. And what happened was there was a show, I think it was in Daytona, and it was in December.
Daytona Beach, Florida?
Yeah, and there was a bunch of people
What's the
come and
zip
see
code?
Gallagher 2. A bunch of people come and see Gallagher 2. But the restaurant part of it wasn't doing that well, so they fired the chef. And on his way out, he grabs the reservation book to go home that night, and he calls everybody and says the show for Gallagher 2 has been canceled. I don't think he made it to everybody, but what he didn't realize is they're doing the Christmas boat parade right down there. So all the bridges leading into Gallagher 2's show, there was nobody there. And he's just walking around with his sledge-o-matic over his shoulder, going, I don't know what happened. I'm a draw in this town. I don't know what happened.
It's the saddest story I've ever heard.
That's the saddest
like
story.
watching The Wrestler.
Yes,
So
exactly.
sad.
Exactly.
What is this? This is scaring me. Is that my future? I don't smash watermelons.
What is this?
Some couple of guys that really, I guess, like
Is this
it.
Gallagher.
for gay pride?
Brother
Oh,
from
that's
Oasis.
Gallagher's brother?
from Oasis, the band Oasis. Never
What
This is a good one. This is about a video game, Redban.
Oh,
I have put the.
I don't like that you rip it out of the page. I mean, this is just. Did you buy that magazine? Or
Yeah,
did you just
I
rip them out?
have a subscription to this magazine.
Okay. So
it's my
you-
magazine.
It's your own property you're destroying. Go ahead.
All right, it's from the library.
Okay.
I ripped it out of the library.
Dead air.
No,
guys.
it's my
Dead
magazine.
air.
No, I have a pet bird at home, and I sometimes use the New York Times to put it on the bottom of the cage, and he won't even shit on it until I put it in like
One of my favorite Holtzman jokes. Try reading the paper before you put it in the bird cage.
We're not going to get political, are we?
No.
Right?
All right. Everybody knows. Everybody has an agenda in this country. That's why this country is in its state that it's in right now, because everybody has a competing agenda.
I really
we
thought he
can't
was
even
gonna leap
agree
over.
on
I was
wearing
just-
a mask.
I was just
we
trying-
can't even agree,
I agree
on
with
wearing a
wearing a
mask.
mask.
We can't even agree on anything in this
Put
country.
my mask on.
And the statue.
Ow!
This one is.
You know what they should make? They should make like lingerie, like bra and panties and mask sets.
What's this? What's this?
Should they do that? They should make lingerie. See if they have lingerie, like bra, panties, and matching mask sets.
To be honest,
See,
they already have them. That's where I have most of my masks from in the beginning of it.
No, they don't. Do they really?
Yeah.
They,
Jimmy.
they have lingerie sets with matching
Fuck
masks.
yeah. Usually
A lot of
there's
sex
a ball
in it.
under
A lot
it.
of sex in
Little
the
like
zipper
comedy
ball.
hole.
store.
Little zipper hole on it.
A lot of sex in
Things
the
I
comedy
learned
store.
at the comedy store.
Hey, you think this will hold up that comedy store production and a Showtime production? I hope it does.
No, it's already done.
No,
it's already
coming-
done.
it's
It's
coming
already.
out.
It's already.
It doesn't-
No.
fucking
I was
matter.
told it's not done. I haven't had my interview yet. I thought you were going to tell the truth. Where's the Bible? Where's the fucking Bible? You want to fucking really?
Wait, you didn't do your interview yet?
Not yet.
Well, why don't you hit him up?
No, I'm in contact with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're going to get to it. I heard it's like a 6 to 8 part series.
I thought it was 4, but
I thought it was
we could double
115.
it. We could double it down, but it is a long story, so.
It is a long story.
Bob Dylan's got a new album. It's called The
What
Rough
about
and
the
Rowdy
video
Ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was interviewed for that podcast.
Bob Dylan's
I mean,
first
that's
album.
Doc, you
Showtime
mentioned.
doc. Sorry.
Bob Dylan's first album of original material in 8 years rolls out one marvel after another, said so and 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 so. Backed by his road band, the 79-year-old rock legend and Nobel illiterate
Nobel laureate.
Illiterate. He was an illiterate.
rips, snorts, and crackles to 10 tracks that mix gloriously scuzzy roadhouse stomps. These are writers. These are fucked up writers.
Yeah, where they add a lot of.
They just want to say how intelligent they are. You know?
Yeah.
You
They're
know?
trying to compete
Just
with
tell
Bob
us
Dylan.
Tell us
Yeah.
about the album. Exactly.
Right.
They're trying to be Bob Dylan. Just tell us about the album, you stupid ass. I'm not going to read anymore. I'm not going to
Thank
give.
God.
I'm not going to
Thank
give
God.
any credence.
I got to be honest. I'm going to listen to Bob Dylan on the way home. I'm so happy that
Bob,
ended.
79.
Yeah, you know where we're
Think he's
going
wearing
first.
diapers?
We're going down to the deli down the street, Pinocchio's.
I can't wait.
That
I'm
place
serious.
is awesome.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
I'll grab some stuff, but I got to go because I got to do a podcast at home.
Another
No,
one?
I know. And then
Yours?
Yeah, but it's in New York and it's on New York Times.
And then
Wow.
and then you get hit. It's a wrap, bro. They got all that discount clothing that was used in movies.
Oh, that's a great place.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, let's hurry up, wrap this up.
No,
for
no,
time.
no,
I'm kidding.
You know what's so
Brian.
funny? Only could it be
kidding.
in Los Angeles where you go to a clothing store and buy a vest that has more credits than you do. See this
I
vest?
knew it was going to a fucking
No,
bit.
it was.
you
No,
piece
it
of
wasn't
shit.
going to a bit.
God damn him.
It wasn't going to a bit.
This
until
is
you.
why nobody likes us.
Jim, this is not morning radio.
Are you se-
This is not the morning zoo, okay? This
Hey,
is
you
not,
see this vest?
What do they call those
Season
idiots?
2.
Can I be
Crusty Yellow and
Yeah,
Heidi.
Rick and I used to. Rick Ingram and I used to do the radio people in the morning. Do a radio voice. A guy. I'll be the
Tune in
girl.
right now on WW. We'll be right back. Heidi, how was your weekend? Oh, I had a great weekend. Oh, I went golfing with Johnny. And then 40 minutes of fucking commercial.
You didn't even hear me. That's how I was playing Laugh Girl because that's what the girls
Oh, right,
used to
Yeah.
do. That's the only job we get in morning radio. Can we fucking bust them wide open? Anyway, go ahead.
30 hours into playing the most anticipated video game of the summer, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it for days. Said so and so and so and so and so and so.
And then they got a blood clot.
I'm
and,
thinking of Pinocchio and the vest with
The
more
Last
credits.
of Us Part 2 is more than just one of the best products the industry has produced in years. No game before has ever gone to these lengths to integrate the violence that it asks the players to perform.
Well, dude, 30
I miss
30 hours, bro.
performing.
30 hours, you get deep vein thrombosis, bro.
Maybe this is why the young people are so fucking violent.
Yeah.
No, they're so violent.
Oh, bitch, put that down.
You actually like.
Think you could beat her up, Brian?
Oh, I'd beat a bitch up.
You
I don't
did?
care. You know, I'm not a fighter, but I'll sneak up and hit her over the head with a chair
What
when she's
about
not looking. I'm
Ronda-
not going to let anybody
Bro,
know.
this game is really good. There's a
Ronda-
little button there you can.
Remember Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey. Oh, I'm a wrestler. I'm a MMA. I'll beat the shit out of Roundy,
Snap
man.
your neck, bitch.
I'll send. If I see you in the airport, I'll break a Starbucks.
Listen, I can fuck you up. Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey will kill you, bitch.
So tell us about when you got Me Too. Did you get off? Did you lawyer? How did it work out?
Have you ever felt uncomfortable by a woman? Seriously, like
Oh, yeah.
somebody hitting on you hard.
Karen
coming at
Wyeth. Karen Wyeth. Yeah.
you. Wow, you're just gonna drop a hard. There she is.
Karen Wyeth, Me Too.
I got your back. If you want to fight Holtzman, I'll fight him first to just freshen
is that
it up
Roundy
for you.
Rousey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Oh, wow.
will fuck you
I'll
up.
break her fingernail.
She's wearing a
Piss her
Death
off.
Squad
Good
shirt.
for you, Ronda.
you
Wear
think
that Death
she wear-
Squad shirt.
Do you
I'll
think
wrestle her.
Do you think you could beat
her.
up Ronda? Do you think you could beat
I
her up?
could beat this whole fucking
Why would I
room
want?
up.
Why would I want to? She's
No, but I'm just saying she's a fighter. But do you
No.
think you could take her?
no, I don't think I could.
Are you
I'll
serious?
fight her.
I would wrestle her, not for long, just until I came. But God, is that wrong? No.
No, just get drunk and beat the shit out of her. You could do that easy.
Oh, you
No,
you
come
only fight when you're drunk, Brian? I've seen you fight. You lost a fight to Dom Barris.
I had a back injury.
You called time out in the middle of it.
He had a
You're
back
not
in-
going to win a fight
He had a back injury. He hurt his back carrying the show earlier that night, and was not. And
Welcome to Hollywood.
welcome to Hollywood. Wow.
I'm just saying, have you ever, somebody put up a meme that said, if lesbian women can control themselves around other women, why can't men? And I laughed for 20 minutes. Because why are you trying to homogenize men and women? We're not the fucking same.
Right.
Fucking gay guys?
Right.
Go ask a gay guy how long it takes to have sex. All it is fucking eye contact.
Once they put
and they're in.
Once they put that Judy Garland music on.
You son of a bitch.
Bam!
You don't even need
Bro,
to
once you put the Judy,
Men
and
love
you're
to
gonna.
fuck. Your sexual organ is on the outside of your
I
fucking
know.
body,
That's
constantly touching your goddamn shorts.
Once you drop your knees and you start getting
It's
beat in
all
the
you
head.
think about. Mine
Remember-
is tucked away like a fucking person.
Remember that erection you'd get in high school right when the bell was going to ring and it was just raging and you knew you had to get up and you had this big bulge in your pants and it was just so awkward. Man, it always happened right
You
when
know
the
what
bell
I would
was
do?
going to
I would
ring.
always look
You
at
know
it
what?
and
You
make
know.
fun of it.
You know what? We get even harder when I got called in the front and I had to get my knuckles whacked.
Did you have
Yes,
a
Miss Lanigan. Can I have another? Yes, and dude, I would get stiffer than a gay sale at a Ricky
That
Martin concert.
reminds me.
I didn't pee. I just came. I didn't pee.
That
It's not pee.
reminds me of the movie with Payback with the
Mel
guy.
Gibson?
Yes.
Well,
They
you
were-
want your money
they were
back?
about people who liked pain. You got to watch that movie, Payback. There's a guy that
You
looks
said you didn't like it. I want my money back.
Payback. Yeah.
Dude, did you hear what Winona Ryder is accusing Mel Gibson of? Have
Yes.
you heard it?
Standing on the roof and not
no,
cleaning the leaves
she
out of the
said,
gutter?
she said that he said to her, and she's of Jewish
All right,
persuasion.
Memo. Yeah, thank you.
She
buddy.
said she was,
Not getting the leaves out of the gutter? Why would he bring it?
bro. He called her. He said, "What are you, one of those oven dodgers?" That's what she said. He said. That's what she said. That Mel
A
Gibson
fucking
said.
oven dodger. That's ruthless. Listen, I've heard every kind of horrible. The only one that I haven't, I got a new Irish one a couple years ago.
Give me that one. What's
Oh,
that one?
Jeff Scott is coming in his pants after the Julie
Yeah.
Garland. Come on, Jeff. Put that damn thing away. Put that hose away.
Some fucking Venmo.
There's no
in me.
fire here, Jeff. Come on.
Bro, I ran him into the back of the comedy store, and he was smoking for pot, and his pecker was hanging out of his pants, and his little pecker was smoking off a little pipe as well.
How dare you say little pecker?
Getting Jeff.
How dare you say little? Jeff's slinging.
You know
Slinging dick.
the whole thing's going to change. This probably people aren't going to be able to pass joints or pipes to one another because of this. Let
me tell you something, Holtzman. I'm ready for a Chinese hooker from Wuhan province with an itchy crotch and a runny nose to sneeze right in my fucking face. Okay, let's get it over with. Okay, I'm trying
Don
coward.
Barris is going to have to change his act with spit in my mouth.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
not gonna
First
be
off,
able to do that bit.
Holtzman, I'm an ass eater from way back. All right, my ex, I would throw a couple tongue darts in her hairy moss bucket after Taco Tuesday. She
go.
would have a little gas and be
Where's the
embarrassed,
bullet curve?
and she would go, "Excuse me," and I would go, "Thanks for the
Cut.
fresh air."
They call that tossing the salad, I think. Don't they call that tossing the salad?
With a nice
I call
vinaigrette.
It fun. I call it fun.
I
You
love
call it
salad.
fun. You know what's funny, bro? Your lips right here, and your ass are made up of the same kind of skin because it's two ends of the same pipe. So why not you kiss her in the mouth, you throw a couple tongue darts in her hairy moss bucket. You know?
Terrifying. I'm pressing charges today.
Come on. I love you. I love Al.
I love you guys.
We're just having
Wait.
fun.
Do you think Joey Coco Diaz, Uncle Joey, will have all three of us on? Does he do more than one guest at a time?
No, he just does one guess.
Yeah, I think he only does one.
I think there's only
may
a
have
spot.
done it with Dice
Yeah.
once.
I think there's only place for like maybe two.
Yeah, it's just
'Cause it takes pressure off when there's more people, I think. I feel.
well, it just makes
doesn't
it.
it?
Well,
Because you're
first
not
off,
funny
we all
enough.
love each
Yeah.
other, so there's that, and we're having a fun time.
And
So
you guys aren't funny enough, so you added me. I get it.
Of course.
I get it.
I know.
that's what he said to me. He goes, "Schubert, I would love to have you on,
Did
but
you
I
have
don't know
a
what
black
we
person
need."
on after Black Lives Matter?
Oh,
too,
you
piece of
don't
shit?
even know.
Oh, did you really, you piece of shit? Oh, you're such a piece of shit. You should always have them.
We had a big production meeting, and Redban and I and some of the sponsors of the show,
that why
and
I'm
some
here?
of
'Cause
the directors
somebody
decided that
says-
it would be appropriate. You know,
Yeah.
appropriate.
so fucking sick.
It's so funny.
So this is a real.
Help by
What's the
pandering,
alarm
like-
going off? Is that Schubert's pacemaker?
No, somebody keeps on calling me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
a sequel
it's
to
a lie
last,
detector test. Schubert's
talking
lying
back.
again.
a sequel to The Last of Us, a 2013 release that widely regarded as a classic. It has
I'm getting
you
me
play
too.
as Ellie, a 19-year-old who was
Nobody saw
born
nothing.
shortly after a fungal plague devastated civilization. She
Prove
suffers
it.
a loss this time that prompts her to seek revenge.
This is my favorite story.
And she comforts zombies and humans that stand in her way. The violence she inflicts on them
Nothing.
is discomforting. The humans suffer and plead for their lives.
So I have time
And
to
by
pee?
God, it's emotionally effective.
Now I know why they call the show Dead Air. Listen,
Yeah,
I
it's
have
it's
no
it's
idea
pretty
what you're
crazy.
talking
Within like
We're
the
talking about this terrific, I guess, video game.
Within the first 5 minutes, you have to kill a couple dogs in it. Like it's pretty fucked up.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that
Oh, but if
SPCA.
it was people, it would be fine.
And it's so
I'm
real.
just curious.
Look at it.
bro, there's even an option
Oh,
where you
look at
could
this shit.
where you can meet two people in it. There's a game so lifelike. There's a button where you hit it 3 times, you meet the other person.
Look how
Get her, kill her,
they
kill
look-
her.
They make it look so real, huh? Redban.
Yeah.
You can't stop this.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You want.
I like to do it outside more.
It's in a it's a broken simulation, bro.
I didn't like MAA until I realized that they could tap out. They could stop at any time they wanted. But
Tap
in
out
the
is a
beginning, I
big-
didn't know that.
They have gear that
said it's
says
just
tap
gonna-
out all over the fucking place.
You
don't know what tap out means, you fucking weirdo?
Again, you know who you're talking
Oh,
to,
I'm sorry,
Eleanor. Okay. This is a good one. This is out of China.
Is it? Oh, good.
Oh, so
An economist has.
Do you call it the Kung flu too, like Trump did? Is that what he called it? Kung flu?
he never called it the Kung Flu.
What did he say?
A reporter said he said it. He called it the China
No.
virus.
I heard that one, but there was a
Virus.
new one just a couple days
Where'd it come
ago.
from? China.
No, just a couple days ago.
What was the movie you were in?
Yeah, I
too?
think-
You did a
I
great
think he
job
did
in
say it
that
a
movie.
couple
What was
days
the
ago.
movie you were
I'm
in?
not crazy.
What movie was
I
that?
liked it. It was a great movie too. Remember the movie?
Go.
Go is great.
Oh,
if
Jimmy's
anybody
been-
hasn't seen
First of all,
Go,
Jimmy's
Go
a
is
brilliant
great.
actor, and he's been in a lot of fucking stuff. On top of being a phenomenal comic, he's also a great actor.
it's real fun to watch
I'm a
people.
big fan, Jimmy. Oh, great.
I'm
Now
sorry.
the fucking phone's ringing.
I'm sorry.
Who is that?
Bixler?
Who?
Bixler from United.
Hi,
My old
Bixler.
friend from United.
Hey, ask him how hard are they going to fucking rape us? Because I just looked up a ticket to go to Philadelphia, and it was $900.
Really, I know.
$900
it's cheaper to go to.
fucking dollars.
It's cheaper to go to Southeast Asia than it is to go someplace in America. It's
I
horrible.
hope they fucking crash and burn. I'm sorry.
How was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie? Because
They were great, and that was actually during the time. 'cause
Oh, yeah, when you
that
were
was
in,
the Brangelina. That
Oh, they were
because I
hooking up.
watched them walk
They were
off
hooking
together,
up.
and they had a whole San Gennaro Street Festival thing set up, and they were going on one of the rides together, which I thought was weird. And so, but yeah,
Why did you particularly think that was weird?
because they weren't like officially together
They
yet.
weren't. They weren't
That was
officially
where
together.
the affair started. Mr.
Yeah, that
and
was where
Mrs.
the affair
Smith.
started on
Yeah.
the set of that movie.
There he
and that's
is.
me with Charlize Theron. And there's Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Now, what movie is this?
That's a 1 hour photo with Robin Williams.
Oh, that was a good
Wow,
one.
you didn't tell me you were in that one.
I love that
Jimmy's
movie.
been in a million movies.
I only know
Go.
Go.
Was good.
Go,
What about
Coyote,
Mr.
Coyote
Mr.
Ugly, 1 hour photo.
Wow.
1 hour photo
for
is
you,
such
man.
an amazing movie.
Well, you know what? That was Mark Romanek was the director, and he used to do a bunch of videos. I mean, this thing is aesthetically pleasing. They used to, the people that were on the crew used to call it 16-hour photo because of the long days. That's me in Reno 911.
Oh yeah.
Playing a military guy. Turn up the volume on this.
Justice.
Let's kill
Does that
it.
sound like something you guys would want to do?
Yeah.
Come here. All right, boys. You can read them and weep. Another hand, I win.
Another hand.
And
All
sleep.
right.
Here,
Wake
crank this up.
All your money will be gone, and you won't remember your Uncle Eddie. It looks like I won again.
That was a good
All
scene
right.
for you because you were able to
8,
drink
9,
during that scene,
no,
probably,
Jack.
huh?
Yeah.
You were just one jack.
I'm a method donor.
Yeah. Anyway, I tell you what, why don't you guys just line up, give me your money, I'll kick you in the balls, it'll be less painful.
I'm improvising this whole scene, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, I love it. Of course you are. What are you going to read
Look
a
at that. Look at
script?
that. Look at that. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Read, you're from Northeast Philly.
Hey, fruit basket. Last guy that sat in that chair.
Fruit basket.
Took it right in the spider bite. I mean, I'm just telling you, if you're gonna sit there, you might as well pull up your sundress, put on your little flowered panties, and spread your cheeks. Because your Uncle Eddie's gonna jam it right in there. I'm gonna tickle you, I'm gonna talk dirty, I'm even
Why
gonna
do I
give you a reach
feel
around.
aroused right now?
Bro, I just beat to John Corbett.
Perfect casting.
Look, and now he's the world champion. I'm shit talking the world champion of poker.
That's great.
Hi, I'm Ed.
This I know. This I
Yeah,
know.
but dude, that script got nominated for an Emmy. Robin Mark Cullen, Billy Gardell, Craig Robinson was in that. That script, Lucky, got nominated for an Emmy, which is great.
Barry, a new guy for
Gary
loading dock.
Valentine, I'll pee my pants. Remember
I
how
love
much
Gary.
fun we had at the store, me, you, and Gary?
All the time.
Do you think?
How many? 85? Right this way. And he would
Do you
drop
think
all
Craig
the LA
Robertson will
weeklies.
come on here?
Yeah.
Craig's great.
I asked him once. He had a scheduling problem. And then, what about Joe Coy? Do you know anybody knows Joe Coy?
I don't know Joe.
I don't know
I
Joe.
don't know.
I mean,
I missed him. He was
You
at
know,
the
I don't
Laugh
talk to
Factory.
the
for a
Asians.
second.
I don't talk to
I know
the
Joe, but I mean,
Kidding.
we don't hang out, but I'm sure he would. I mean, dude, anybody,
great comic.
Anybody does
Just
a
reach
podcast,
out to him,
dude,
yeah.
reach out to guys who do podcasts because podcasters support other people's podcasts. It's a very incestuous little group of people that hang out and podcast. I mean,
Say
whenever,
incest
when,
again.
yeah,
Say incest.
so incestuous.
Incest.
When someone says to me, "You want to do a podcast?" You right here in my head. You want to be fired 4 years from now for something you said 4 years ago? That's what I hear. When someone says you want to do a podcast, hey, would you like to get fired 4 years
Listen,
from now?
motherfuckers. I
think
don't care. I say
you
all
know,
kinds of crazy
I
shit
think
on
it's
the
important.
podcast. I'm going to keep saying it. Fire this motherfucker right here. Put your cannon right in there.
I think it's important
Sorry, I'm lonely.
to
Go ahead.
to tell people
Quarantine,
that the
we're open.
comics they're not serious.
We're not smart.
You know, we're not
First
serious.
off, comedians are some of the most intelligent,
You know what
aware
I mean.
fucking people.
We say what we want.
But yeah, there's no filter. And look, that's just the way comedians are. And that's where that you can't create art, comedic art, any other fucking way.
Again, something
I
to
can't
hide.
go, well, this may
Something
offend
to hide.
somebody, so why don't I just not say it? You can't write like that.
It's true.
Jimmy, I want you to start a podcast going, I got something to hide, and just yell the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I really haven't done the items of interest this episode because
my
I
God,
really
Peter.
Brian,
must be
you are an
floored.
item of interest. Listen, who hurt you, Brian?
Show us on the
the
bear.
Pereno across the street in the pool.
Show us on
Show
the bear
us on
when
the doll behind you.
where the bad man touched you. Show us on the bear on the doll behind you. I know it's insane.
What does she have hanging from her clit?
That's a knife.
I thought it was Batman.
No, that's
All
a.
right.
She's hung like a donut. That mannequin. She was one over there at the.
This,
Yes, sir.
This one
Go
is
ahead,
real.
you got an item of interest.
This one
I
is.
gotta pee.
This is.
I'm gonna get a UTI.
This is really important to me because I have a lot of friends who take vitamins and stuff, and
It doesn't help.
What happened?
you just can't trust what these manufacturers are putting in these bottles. It's just simple as that, right, Redban?
I don't take
They can
anything.
say anything they want. They say cereal has nutrition in it. Cocoa Puffs is good for you know what? You can't. Anyway,
Lucky
here,
Charms.
They say wear a mask. I mean, you
Lucky
can't
Charms.
trust these
if
experts.
if you drink, if you eat Lucky Charms and you put whiskey in it, fucking super Irish.
You know what happens,
Super
bro?
Irish.
You know what? If you put Lucky Charms after you jet by the shower with a bar of Irish Spring, and you put whiskey
Yeah.
in your Irish Charms, you create a glitch in the Matrix.
That's right. And you also have to sit on the toilet for a long time because we just fucking squirt.
Pooping out.
We're rotting from the inside out, the Irish. Just
and then you sit on the toilet and poop out green hearts, pink stars.
I don't say
yellow
poop because I've
moons,
never
green
pooped.
clovers.
I only pee out of my ass. Go ahead.
Jesus.
I'll be dead within the hour. Go ahead.
Mostly red, but go ahead.
Is red bad? I thought it would have been I had my period in my asshole.
She has a very rare condition. She gets her period in her ass. She shits blood for like 7 days and doesn't die.
Not a big deal.
How can you trust somebody like
I'll
that?
be fine.
It's hard to do.
Don't trust me. I have both parts.
It's hard to do when they're not bleeding, for crying out loud.
Hard to do. Who hurt you?
The
Go ahead.
3.9 million American adults who take probiotics to improve their digestive health are likely wasting their money. The American so-and-so,
Do the Kardashians take it?
has warned.
If they don't, I don't take it.
No, but they do
I do what
handstands.
they do.
You know what they do? They do handstands, and they have the probiotic poured right directly into the
Handstands on the carpet.
no,
Yeah.
handstand on the carpet with a funnel, and then they pour buckets of
Directly
Greek
into
yogurt right into the fucking balloon knot.
50
I get
midgets, 50 midgets and 50 handstands on the carpet. 50 midgets and
Bugsy.
50 handstands on the carpet. 50.
He's doing
Remember that
Bugsy.
scene when he's trying to learn that?
Yeah.
50 midgets and 50 handstands on the carpet. 50 on the carpet.
Warren
Remember
Beatty's
that?
brilliant.
Yeah.
Brian,
Bad Lieutenant, too.
Here's an item of interest.
Okay, let me hear it.
Can we find Khloe Kardashian's old head? She had taken hers off and got a new one during quarantine, and no one is talking about it.
They canceled the cancel culture canceled her old head. Everyone's getting canceled.
Redban, can you bring up her new head or old head versus her new
Is
head?
she really got a new look? Is
She
that
got
it?
no, not a new look.
Khloe Kardashian.
Khloe Kardashian got an entire new head, and I want to see the scars because it's not. If you just put her new look, okay, there's the real Khloe Kardashian. What's the new look? Okay, that's a different
Look at
head.
that.
That's
Look
a
at-
different head. It's a completely different fucking head.
Plastic surgery?
Get the head. Find that
Wow,
head.
look at the chin.
Find that.
Which is
head.
the real one?
She got her chin. No,
That's the real one. That's the new one.
Well, let's be honest. That looks great.
The one on the one on the
It's
right.
a different person. What child sold their soul to the Kardashians so she can have a new head?
I know. It looks.
Are you? Look at your faces.
I like it.
No, it's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous person.
It's like those beautiful lines.
she's-
that's
she's
let
ugly
me
on the
rephrase
fucking
that.
inside.
That's a gorgeous face. Yeah, the inside
She's
you can't
it's
clean
fucking-
that.
yeah,
you can't clean that under a fire hydrant. You can't
Look
get
at
in
this.
there.
Why
she-
is she ugly on the inside?
Because she's got, look at her eyelash extensions. Why would you put
Why
so
do you
much
have a
work to
problem?
make yourself that attractive when you're so ugly
Here
on
he
the
goes
fucking
to the
inside?
bit. Here he goes to the bit.
No, I'm not going to a bit. I'm not going to do a bit.
I
Shut
want to
it.
hear it. Say
I'm
it.
not giving it.
Do it.
Why don't you just try being a nice person?
Brian, I love. How many burgers did you get? Did you get like a fucking Mary Poppins
how
bag
many-
of fucking burgers? Is Burger King one of your
You had
sponsors?
one.
Speaking of Mary Poppins, I had gloves on and I'm
Did you
driving around.
ask them to cut it in half?
Oh,
I was
yes.
so worried about this. I
Yeah,
hate
no,
a
he
piece of
does.
it.
Don't you follow him on Instagram? He tells. I like my
No.
burger cut in half. The other day, I had my mask
I
on
do
and I had
follow.
gloves on, and I'm driving around. I felt like I was driving Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because I had the mask and the gloves.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty
chitty
chitty bang
bang
bang,
bang.
chitty
Chitty
chitty bang
bang,
bang.
I
we
love you.
Chitty
Chitty chitty
chitty
bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang,
chitty chitty bang bang. We just dated ourselves.
Drop your
You-
pants.
Do you know who? You know that
We're almost dead.
You
Go
know
ahead.
that there's a funny story. Do you know who wrote that? The book.
No. Chitty chitty bang bang.
He's a very famous author.
You know who I like? The creepy guy who would come out. He would go, "Would you like candy, little boys and girls? Would you like candy?" I used to dream about him. I was so scared of him and his big nose. Yeah, I'm worried about the head, and I think somebody should do something about it. Don't you chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Daddy made it. Oh.
Here it is, Jimmy. Jimmy.
I'm watching.
Oh, is this part of the dead air? I guess I'll pee because I've seen this.
If I had kids, I'd dye their hair blonde.
Would you? And try to sell them into slavery or something? What?
What would you try to sell them to the endochrome dealer?
We're Irish. We came out that way. So what? I was
All
right.
this talk
wrong.
about people getting their asshole lightened up. I'm trying to have mine darken up. I want to make it look like I used it a little bit because I'm very pink, very Irish. It's very clean.
It's uncomfortable. Jimmy, look. It's
Raoul Dahl.
oh boy.
Raoul Dahl wrote that, and he wrote it when he was when he was sequestered. He wrote this because he wrote a children's book, but Roald Dahl is the guy who wrote Chitty Chitty Bang.
Sequestered. What do you mean?
Well, there's he couldn't get work or something, and so he went away and he went and he wrote this movie because his kids or something, and this is like one of his most successful books.
I have a criminal background, so I was just curious what you meant by that.
The American Gastroenterological Association (AGA) has one known as good bacteria. Probiotics are the living microscopic organisms found in patients.
Patience is a virtue.
You get guys on the.
We don't have patience.
Nobody has any
Brian,
patience.
whatever
It's funny. I eat like handfuls of like like almonds and cashews and pistachios and I eat blueberries.
That's from dating
and broccoli.
Mitzi. She was big on nuts.
And I bring what I do is I eat natural foods. That's for my probiotics. Why did you have to bring a hashtag #MeToo story into my fucking dietary discussion?
Because you're probably having post-traumatic stress disorder and you don't realize it, is that Mitzi used to make me go to Air One to buy her nuts. Lots of nuts.
Yeah, nuts and apples. Green apples on the first day.
How long did it go on?
Don't forget go to Air One. I don't want to get you hard. Jimmy, I don't want to get you hard, but go to Air One. Get me some fucking
you know, it's so funny.
nuts.
Every Monday, she wanted the almonds and the apples and a little bit of toddler juice for the goose.
She would have me working 16 hours.
How long did it go on?
3 months. Just in time for August to get out of rehab.
I was going to say, Danny Stone.
Dude, I gotta be honest.
I gotta be honest. Mitzi keeps fucking me, and I don't want.
Dude, you want to hear
the funniest?
Dude, you want to hear the funniest fucking story, bro?
Danny Stone.
Danny Stone comes up at the Crest Hill. I'm living at Crest Hill.
Tell us who Danny Stone is.
Okay, first off,
Briefly.
Crest Hill is the house that lives behind the comedy store, so that was connected. So there's obviously just Google Crest Hill, you'll know about it. So I was up there with Mark Maron.
It's a place where Mitzi used to house the comics.
Yes. And so we're up there, and Sam shows up one day, and we're like, Sam Kinison, and we're smoking some weed, and and Danny Stone shows up. And this guy, we used to call him Dude Dangerfield Danny Stone, because now he looked like Danny Stone, and the only funny thing he would do, he could do the
he could do Rodney.
Everything else was fucking horrible. Everything else was horrible. Like, I watched a guy, like, he was walking around the side of the building, someone said, "Hey, Danny, how was the set?" He goes, "Did you see it?" He goes, "Yeah, I caught him." He goes, "Yeah, they were a little off." And he walks 11 feet, the guy goes, "Hey, how are they?" Danny goes, "Did you see it?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I was fucking killing, bro. I fucking killed." I gotta be honest. Like, in 11 steps, the guy went from bombing to killing. But he was like one of those kind of characters.
He did a lot of coke.
He did
a lot of coke.
He did a lot of coke, and he lost all this weight. And so he's sitting there, and this is obviously after my stint with Mitzi. I've never seen Kinison laugh so fucking hard. So Sam Kinison is at the fucking table, and then he goes, "You look at that. He lost weight. How'd you do it?" I go, "Oh, Brian, how you do it? What are you, fucking 11, 12 times a day in there?" And I started doing this thing, and by the time I went to Vegas, and I grabbed it, I go, "You want it?" And I'm just acting out like I'm doing this. And fucking, the more I got into it, fucking Kinison was he was fucking purple. He was laughing so hard, because this guy's dating this girl, and now he's got to think about me doing all these horrible fucking things to her before he gets there. Like, it was just, Kinison thought it was one of the funniest fucking things ever.
Do you remember when Mitzi bought him the big green car?
Yeah.
And then she took it back with her.
Dude, he was in that.
I gotta be honest. I need a ride home.
Look, you're talking about a guy. Who
they dated for a while.
Yeah, they dated for a while. And no one would go near her after that, because Danny Stone was the type of guy. He would shit in the fucking like a paper towel and put it in Mark Goldstein's pillow. And
Mark with the eye. God bless.
God bless. But Mark, I mean, that's the kind of animal you're dealing with.
Tell the story about the motorcycle in the main room with Sam.
Yeah,
that's a nice story.
Yeah, that was a nice story. That was like, because I was trying to get out of the Mitzi thing.
You mean trying to? Go ahead.
Just trying. What's that?
I'm just. He goes, "That's a nice story," in opposed to him fucking Mitzi. You mean like what?
Yeah. What are you trying to go PG-13 on me, Hunter? No, but it was so funny because. I was at the time I was trying to get out of being with Mitch. I didn't know how to do it without
without losing.
So I was trying.
You lost interest in a blowjob?
No, it wasn't that, Brian. I was there to do fucking comedy, all right, not service.
I'm trying to be a comic. I don't want to be.
You know, I don't. I
Like Duncan, you know, he didn't want to do that minding the store because he wanted to be a
Well, Duncan didn't want to be the talent coordinator. We
right.
kind of forced
exactly.
him into
and
it.
now he's doing great. He's got this
God
thing
bless
on
him.
Netflix.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great show, by the way.
think he'll
So
come
yeah,
on
it's
this
it's a
podcast?
great show.
Duncan Trussell would come on for sure.
So anyway, I love Duncan, but you know that whole thing was me trying to get out from under the thing where I was the runner. I had a pager on my pecker. Every time the thing went off late at night, you knew what that meant. Time to go fucking put the hole in the donuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Oh, go ahead, bitch about it. Like we didn't do that for years, women. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
I was a small child.
You're a small child. Here he goes.
No, I was.
What was
but-
the limit? What was the age limit back then? It might have
I
been
don't
16.
know. I was like that fucking 19, fucking 20. I was this kid out there just trying to live.
You were
my
at the
fucking-
store underage?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was working there as a
Press
doorman.
charges. You can't hire somebody that's not under 21.
What year? What year? I'll tell you where I was. What
I
year
wasn't
was that?
working there then. I was just there.
What year was that? I'll try to think where I was.
86, 87.
Yeah, I just got out of the
I
Air
was in
Force.
grade school.
I just got out of the Air Force in 85.
I was a kid. I went out there to be my college. So anyway, that's the point. We're not going to get into it because of all the crazy shit that's
But
going
you
on.
wanted to get out. Yeah, you wanted to
I
get
want to
out
get
of
out
this
from under that. So I
relationship.
thought
so
if I would act crazy, she would go, "You're too nuts for the comedy store. Get out." So I drove Kinnison off the main room
That
stage.
only
of my-
gets you more spots.
I didn't realize that at the time. I got fucking more spots and more spots. I drove the motherfucker off stage on my motorcycle right out onto Sunset Boulevard. Fucking, and I didn't realize at the time he scared to death of motorcycles because when he was a kid he fell off the back one and hit his head, which is why he was the
damn.
way he was. He
Yeah.
banged his head pretty bad, and even his brother Bill said after that accident he was never the same. Anyway, scared to death of motorcycles, jumps on the back, got a death grip, and boom, right out the back door onto Sunset, up the last again.
Right,
He
there's like
finally
3
lets go of
steps.
me because he was like he was scared. And he finally lets go and he goes, "You're a crazy motherfucker." And I went, "Yeah, you're pretty crazy yourself." So I pull up on the stage. He jumps off. 40 people had run out the back, run out the door to see where the motorcycle went. And they were on the sidewalk applauding as we pulled up. I don't see him for 2 weeks after that. And I walk back into the comedy store. He's standing with Ray Newman and Randy Quaid. And he goes, "Jimmy Shubert, get over here, you crazy motherfucker." And then he tells them the story. And I went, "Ah, that's pretty cool." I mean, the way he told it was cool. I just, you know,
That giggle, his giggle kills me.
yeah.
I saw you at up north. At the time, I had a girlfriend, and she blindfolded me
And took you,
Okay.
yeah,
and took me to your outlaw show.
in San Francisco.
It was the one that Alan Stevens came on the PA
Is that
during
where
the
he admitted to pushing the guy off the roof?
He came on the PA and he told someone to come backstage with the coke and don't bring your friends. Remember that? Remember that announcement?
Bob Moore.
Bob Moore backstage.
He was one of those guys who paid people in coke.
He didn't say
I'm
coke.
gonna, no, he goes, "I'm going to try to, yeah."
Oh, he was a club owner?
Yeah, he paid people in coke.
Don't bring your friends.
I go, "Yeah, I'll give this to my landlord when I get back to L.A., bro. Thanks."
And that's,
Here, juice
that's
yourself
before
up. I
that's
got-
before I even knew you.
That's before we were Geckin' USA.
You know?
Wow, that's fucking cool. What year did you start, Jimmy? You were very young when you started. By the way, I need you to teach my nephew some card tricks.
Yeah,
We'll get
no,
into that
I
later.
started doing magic when I was 9, and I did that professionally, like when I was 13, 14, 15, right up to 16. When I hit 18, I just kind of hung up the wand and retired the rabbit, and then I went straight into stand-up comedy.
Amazing.
So I started
Did
doing
the
it
rabbit die?
No, the rabbit had a very
The rabbit
long,
done died.
had a long, healthy life.
Emotion.
Actually, you know what happened? The rabbit.
And the rabbit done died. Oh, I love
What
that
the
song.
fuck
Yeah.
are you
That means that's a
singing?
pregnancy test, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The garage called the other day. I got a phone call. Said the rabbit died. I said, "Quick, is this the garage or the doctor?" Listen, he said no. But so then I went right into stand up. So I've like been doing. I mean, I kind
No,
of
hardest working. I used to live. I subletted. I lived on Horn Avenue, and he sent the money orders just in time for the rent, and that was one of the best apartments I had.
Yeah, it was great location, wasn't it? And
Great location, right up the street from Tower Records.
Yeah, and I would,
Oh, yeah, I
would,
think I know
I would
that
come
better.
off the road. I would come off the road for a week, and then he'd have to put up with me for a week. But I would sit at my desk and call more people, and then I go back out on the road, and was gone for
best.
3-4 weeks at a time. I was nonstop. Kitty cat.
You had a cat?
No, Shubert did.
Oh,
Yeah, little cat. Meow.
a little cat you just left there
No, little,
with
no.
him in charge?
No. He's not talking about that. He's talking about.
I'm aware.
He's talking about.
I'm aware.
He's talking about the kitten.
I understand.
So
The kiddie porn. The kid.
Besides the Comedy Store, where is your favorite location in the country to perform? A state or a place?
Gosh,
a club,
I was just.
You have a favorite?
So
You have a
many.
favorite?
Phoenix.
Of course
I like
gonna-
Chicago. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Chicago.
going to say Philly because that's just where I love. But
yeah, anywhere. There
I've
was,
had my favorite shows in Philly.
yeah.
But I love, I don't know, I perform everywhere. I just performed in Kansas City last weekend.
Yeah, anywhere where they get the jokes, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I like, the Northeast region of the United States. They kind of get my attitude. They get the jokes a little easier, so you don't got to apologize for some stuff,
I remember being in North Carolina and doing abortion jokes and thinking, oh shit, this isn't going to go well. And they loved it. And I was like kind of shocked because it wasn't like,
Yeah. Now, what's your thing on abortion? You think it should be
Have
legal?
'em.
Have them.
have them all day. Have
Yeah.
few of them. Look
No,
where the
I
world
get it.
is.
I think you
Look
should
at
get.
that fucking video game you just showed me. That's what we're coming to.
Yeah, first
Keep
off,
having
take it
abortions.
for somebody who doesn't have a uterus. I think you should get 2 abortions, one for all. But if you're 28 and you fed 5, nobody wants to fuck that haunted house of a pussy of yours. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking
I'm
Scooby-Doo
uncomfortable with it.
Look how nervous you
I
made it
don't.
a
I don't
haunted
think.
house.
I don't think an old white man should tell a woman what to do with
Thank
her body.
you.
Listen,
Thank
I don't
you.
care.
I was going to say that.
I got news. I got news for you, Brian. I never come inside a woman anyway. So there.
Good for you. Only on the drapes.
No, I know how to make her scream after sex. I fuck her and I wipe my dick off on the curtains.
So I guess.
Do it.
So I guess everybody's going to be fine. Everything's just going to be okay. And
Yeah,
Brian,
it's all-
everything's going to be fine. The world.
Brian, it's going to be okay. Click your heels together 3 times.
I was just in
I wish I was
Kansas.
1987. I wish I was in 1987.
I have to pee.
How long have we been doing it, Redban?
2 hours.
Oh,
guess we
shit.
gotta
Let's
clean
get out
it
of here before we all get canceled.
I want to get
So
canceled.
before we go, I want to get your
I didn't
credits
tell
or where
the
you're going to
story
be.
about the guy who, about the girl who asked the host of potluck at the Comedy Store.
Go ahead. We have time.
If she could eat his asshole, could she get a showcase? And he did. He allowed her to eat his asshole. And-
on stage.
no, it was in the main room. But
On stage.
well, you mean she offered it on stage? No,
No,
she.
I've seen some crazy stuff in there.
No, of course, yes. But I'm saying this. She offered it. They went in the main room, did the duty. He got her a showcase, and she became a paid regular. Yeah. And then there was another
Roseanne
one.
Wait a
Bar?
second.
No.
Whoa.
And then I'm just saying, the element.
Now it's time to go.
fucking-
And now you know the rest of the story. Now, who was the person?
I'm not saying that.
Come on.
No, because that person still does comedy. So I'm not doing that. But there's another one that was trying to get a showcase, and they thought someone told them along the lines that you should fuck a male comic, to get into a club. And this girl wanted to get into the Comedy Store. She didn't work any other club, but for some reason she thought, okay, I'll try the Comedy Store.
She fucked Peter Chen. That was a
She
mistake.
fucked a big comic there. No, not big famous, but like a Comedy Store legend, we'll say. And afterwards, she found out they were related. And
And?
she got a showcase and didn't get passed.
Yeah.
But
And-
the owner had no idea this was going on. And the owner was Mitzi Shore. She just knew they were on the fucking list.
Don Barris hooked me up with a stripper once for the same reason.
Do you remember the stripper that we got? You guys got a showcase for Mitzi. I'm not going to say her name.
She told Don Barris, "Who do I have to fuck around here to get spots?"
So she said Brian Holtzman.
So I was
You stepped up. She got
I
a
stepped up.
showcase.
I
Put
didn't
a
like-
lollipop in her pussy.
One time she,
Remember
I
that?
didn't like the way she urinated in front of my friends. Right in the street, she'd just squat down and urinate. And I said, "Come on."
She was my
not-
best tipper. How dare
Classy
you?
girl.
That was my best tipper.
Hey, come on, Brian Holtzman. What are you telling stories at school? She was a nice girl from a nice
No, she
family.
was nice.
girl,
I don't-
nice family. She was a hooker. Terry Savalas, Kojak. Nice girl, nice family. She was a hooker.
Boy, we've sung Chitty Chitty Bango, Bang Bang Bango, Bang Bang.
Eleanor, tell
and we're-
us now. You want to tell us where you'll be and anything you want to tell us?
Brian, I'll be nowhere because the fucking city shut down again. Because the coronavirus, like Trump said, if we just stopped fucking testing people, there wouldn't be a spike. We wouldn't know who has it. So stop getting tested, people. Let's just go out and die together.
I'm not going to get tested unless I don't feel well, I guess.
Don't you have the government official come over and puts a strap on the anal thermometer on and takes your temperature? He's been
that
over
guy-
three. He's been over
he
3
came
times
over a
this week.
couple times for me. He didn't come over?
I went to the VA.
Mine was Mexican.
I went to the VA.
So
Did you get
hot.
tested?
I didn't get tested, but I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some cupcakes and some
They cut it in half for you?
seltz water.
Did you get beat up a lot as a kid? I'm just curious.
Not too much, just normal, I guess. You know, you didn't know you were in danger until you got fucking hit. There was Richard Loesch. They were playing with his hat. Throwing it back and forth. And I liked Richard Loeschner. So I grabbed the hat, and was the idiot who gave it back to him. And bam, that fucking right fucking cross came out of nowhere, man. The first time in my life I was assaulted.
Mind your business.
Fuck, it wasn't
Is that
even
what you learned?
It wasn't like the one I got hit by the bodyguard that was straight through. It was those sloppy roundhouse.
Oh, you got nailed by
He got knocked out on stage.
Oh,
Not
man.
knocked out, but he got
Just
knocked
like,
down.
Just like a cartoon. You see in the cartoon they can fly across the table.
You see the stars?
Just like that. Were you there? Were you
I
working
was
that?
there. I set that whole fucking thing up. Why do you forget? Did you get hit that hard?
Who was,
Oh
wait,
my
who was the
God.
bodyguard again? It was.
I'm not saying his name, but he worked
Martin
for
Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yes, and the bodyguard, Brian.
That was a good shot.
Brian made a fatal mistake. Can we talk about your mistakes and all of this?
Oh yeah, it was my fault. Took responsibility.
He left the stage.
Left the
you
stage.
never leave the stage and go at a customer. You lose all your rights when you do that.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have hit you that hard, but they were a little high.
Did he knock your ass out?
But I had the. No, I wasn't. I wasn't
No, he didn't knock him
unconscious.
out.
I got up. I said, I'm not going to ruin this whole show and lay here and try to get a.
Because
a
remember,
case.
I had my first ex-fiance there with all of William Morris to see you,
Oh, my
and
God.
Martin
and the
was
guy
one
from
of his-
HBO, Smiley, was
Yes,
there.
Stu Smiley, and Martin was Billy's client.
And then that guy come up after he holds on. Didn't I tell you the kid was fabulous? Didn't I tell you the kid was
Yeah,
fabulous?
They thought it was
But
part
they
of
were,
the thing.
but they were heckling me though, weren't they? In
Yeah,
the beginning?
Martin
and I couldn't get over that. Why
they
a
came in
millionaire would
high.
heckle a guy working at the airport?
They came in high and they were heckling you. They were heckling you, and they
Professional
oddly,
comedian heckling other comedians.
They oddly sat by
With a
the
day
piano.
job.
You remember that? They sat closer to the piano.
On the left.
Which is weird because you wouldn't, as a comic, come in the room and sit there. You would sit in the back
Right.
and usually fucking heckle. But it was so packed because we set this whole showcase up. We were going to make Brian Holtzman a big star, me and Billy.
But the bodyguard I can't blame because the bodyguard can't.
That's what the bodyguard does.
They have to. They can't second guess what I'm going to do. They have to protect the client. I had no intention of harming Martin Lawrence. I just wanted to like get in his face and say,
what kind of person does that?
what are
Yeah.
you doing?
You're a fucking comic. You know better.
Plus you're. So anyway, do you want to plug any websites or anything?
Yeah, just go to my website, eleanorkerrigan.com. Eleanor J. Kerrigan. I keep the J in there.
That's nice. I
Keep
like
the
it.
peace.
People can buy my new album. It's available on iTunes. It's
Oh,
called Zero
yes.
Tolerance. It was just up to #1 a couple weekends ago, so people can check that out. And also, you can check out jimmyshubert.com and follow me on all the socials, Instagram and Twitter and all that fun stuff. And that's it. And as soon as COVID's over, we'll get back to work. I've been popping in and doing shows. I think I got Reno at the end of July. I'm going up to Reno.
To the Laugh Factory?
Yeah,
or,
I'm going to do the Laugh Factory, but they've been
there it is.
prorated.
There it is.
I got
Street.
pushed back. Oh, that's so great, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's the.
I got pushed back. I was supposed to be in. I lost so many we all did. Lost so many gigs. So I hope get
Thanks.
pushed back soon.
Thank you, Redban.
Thanks, Redban. Thanks for everything.
Thanks for
bro.
you
Thank you,
two for
Redban.
coming on. I really
Who's
appreciate
gonna
it.
pay
I love
for
you,
my
Brian.
UTI?
Thanks, man.
I'm getting a UTI.
And we'll pay.
Okay.
Redban will pay. And sorry about the items of interest, folks. We just couldn't get a chance to get those in. This is Bad Ashley. Stay safe.
DJ, just fucking risk it. Do some stupid shit that you'll regret.